Wat dit hulle? Geen kop.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
This morning I'm sharing the stage with guinea fowl, and quite a few of them, as you can see. They're sharing the stage with guinea fowl and barking dogs in a residential area here in Somerset West.
In the heart of shadows where headlines grow, a name engraved in whispers and undertow. what's unclean. Hold the ties that thread and tangle tight. Diplomatic dances in the cold moonlight. A step misplaced and the stage does sway. Persona non grata carried far away. Persona non grata carried far away.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating thanks to all the rumors. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating thanks to all the rumors. You be claiming it's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
All right, is this thing working? Is this thing working? Those who were here last night noticed my camera died. Never had that happen before. The thousands of hours I broadcast, the thousands more hours of video I've recorded over the past 5 years, never had the camera fail like that before. That was interesting last night. Welcome back to the program, folks. Calling from the past. It is still Tuesday, the 25th of March, 2025, here on the East Coast of the United States. As you can see behind me on the clock there, 20 degrees in my studio on a Tuesday. For much of my audience, it's already Wednesday. How is the future? Is it looking better and brighter? Is it something to look forward to? I'm having a little trouble here. I'm a little frustrated with some stuff here. Just a second. Driving me nuts here. I've been trying to post a new video, and it just ain't working out right. Just ain't working out right. So I'm going to try this one more time. Let's see if I've got this. There it is. Just trying to put this text in here in this image, and it ain't cooperating. So when I put it in there, it wants to do its own thing. Okay, there we go. Maybe it'll work this time. Drive me nuts. I've got another video that I produced yesterday but didn't publish because the Brent Bozell was more important to get that story out in my view. So I focused on that, but now it's just not cooperating. Their image generator is not working. So hopefully it'll sort itself out, and soon, so I can actually publish it. Good morning, folks. Good evening. Good morning, wherever you find yourselves around the world. Welcome to the program. This is Chris live in Central Pennsylvania. In case you missed it yesterday afternoon, well, actually around noon. It's now been nearly 12 hours since it was announced publicly, but many people in South Africa was already 6 p.m. by people started catching on to it. It was around 10 p.m. Brent Bozell, the founder of the Media Research Center, an organization that challenges liberal bias in the media, was nominated to be President Trump's ambassador to South Africa. So, interesting. Some new people never seen my site before came on. I said, oh, gosh, I wish it had been Joel Pollak. I don't think too many people rooting for Joel Pollak on this channel. They're probably rooting for me. But so much for that. I'm not rich. I'm not connected. And that's what happens. You just don't get the call. So Brent Bozell, his nomination should be a sure thing. Even if it's along party lines, it'll be 1413, the Foreign Relations Committee. And then he will go on to the Senate floor, where even if it's 50-50 and we have betrayal from renegade Republicans, then it'll still be a vote by the vice president, which will push it over the 51-50, and he'll become the next ambassador to South Africa. So just a question of when that's going to happen. Oh, this thing is unbelievable. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, this is being very difficult. This stupid editor. I'll tell you what, I signed up for this site, and it just gets worse and worse every time I turn around. Why is that? Sorry, folks. I'm trying to do... There you go. There you go. I'll just save. Okay, save. That is not... my goodness. It's not cooperating. Let me see what it looks like here. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to... No, that's not... That is not what I hoped to do. Okay. It just won't cooperate. It's very... It's an AI thing, and it just doesn't work for beans. It doesn't want to play nice. I don't know why. Let's see if that... No, that doesn't do it either. I think the problem is the window doesn't want to play nice. So, anyway, God bless it. Very irritating. You know what? I'll just go with that. It'll have to do it for now, and I'll use it later. Okay, well, it'll have to do. So I'll save it for later. I'm going to release this video later because I'm tired of playing with this stupid thing. Stupid thing. So anyway, you can only do so much with things. I'm sorry, I put the wrong date on there. I got ahead of myself. It's today. Oh, boy. Okay. Wow. Oh, now it doesn't want to even load. Well, I tell you, it's just very frustrating. All right, so back to where we're at. Sorry, I don't mean to keep you all waiting here, but that was important. Well, thank you, Yappy. I appreciate that, but it was never going to be me. I honestly didn't ever think it was going to be me, folks. Just not likely. People don't like the truth. That's not what I said. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. That's not the title I came up with. Or is it? I guess it is. I'll be darned. Oh, boy. This thing is not working properly, so. Frustrating when software doesn't work the way it's designed to work, you know. So I've been sitting here messing with this for half an hour, and usually I have it done in a couple minutes. Okay, I pick a time here. So it's today is now, we'll go with the 26th. I want to release this at 10, so that's going to be 4 a.m. Let's go at 9, 3 a.m. Yeah. There you go. All right, so there you go. So we'll get that released for later. There you go, folks. Sorry about that. That's taken care of now. Gee, many crickets. What a headache. Schedule. All right. A lot of work just to get that crap working. Pararuan's here. What you got to say? One more picture of that non-bacon eating. Thank you, Cardos. I would have gone out to buy a new TV. 88 rand. Thank you, Pararuan, for the 88. That's Daryl Waltrip's number, isn't it? Somebody. Anyway, thanks for putting that up there. Appreciate that. Yeah, Brent Bozell. Yeah, he's out there. As the next, how's it doing? Is it starting to gather steam now? Yeah, it looks like people are starting to wake up and watch that. Gained another 1,000 here recently. It's been sleeping for a couple hours, that video. So who we got tonight in the chat? I'm sorry for the distraction there, folks, but it was either I keep this broadcast waiting until midnight and do it, or get it started. And for the whole time those two songs are playing, I was monkeying around with that image in the background. Finally, the image I wanted is not the one that's on there. So anyway, I'll fix it later. Donovan Botha, how you doing? Luis Rayner, Sonia, went to Home Affairs yesterday with my husband, get a passport after an hour. My husband was sent away to do it online. He said, wait, stupid, we were there. That is stupid. They're lazy. Now we have to wait till what happens if we have to leave earlier. June 17th? Oh, Luis, I don't think you're leaving sooner June 17th. Not if you're leaving as a refugee to America. It's March. April, May, June. That's 90 days away. I don't think that'll be happening. And again, you may not need the document, Louise. You may not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Mau, Chris Stander, AJ Quinn, Alts, Holden Caulfield, The New Galaxies, Kevin Bannister. I mean, look how long it took. It took 6 weeks before they came up with a list of frequently asked questions, which I came up with hours after I started reporting on this. And I don't even work for the State Department. I'm not even currently a diplomat. And I came with that just 6 weeks. So I would not be too concerned, Louise, but I would be upset if I were you about the fact that you were there and these idiots sent you away. What was the point of that? What was the point of that? That makes no sense whatsoever. No sense whatsoever. So in the video that's going to be released later on, I've read the statement that came from the Amerikaners group, and I commented on it. And so that's what you'll see coming up, and we'll put that into the groups before I go to bed. So. New Galaxies, Kevin Bannister, Mandy van Rooyen. Then we've got Willem Skeppers, Donovan Botha, Chris Ehlers. Hey, Chris, how are you doing? You've been pretty quiet lately. I hope you're well. Nico Houston, Emeranta Quinn, Heidi Kruger, Yappy Brandt, Marius Vente, Michael, Nod Small. Sterno was explaining before, those documents might not be required yet, but can help with the process. Yep, so there you go. Wouldn't stress too much. Exactly. Thank you, not a small, or not small. That is helpful. And we've got Henri Nathan Small. Welcome to you. Good morning, Vietnam. Thomas Stassen. Well, Louise, it's not a confirmation. We don't know. That's supposition. That's an analysis on my part. But this is an unusual situation of being in-country refugee status, which is unusual. So we don't know what's going to come of it. But I would not stress over it. First off, you can't control it. There's nothing you can do about it. Other than submit an application somewhere else and maybe get a faster result, and then you have two in. But hey. Anthony van Blerk, welcome to Thomas Holmes, Afrikaner Boer met Kies Kokolo. And then Chantel, hello Chantel, welcome to you. Patrick is finally flying home from down under. I hope you're well. Mr. Green Thumb, good morning to you. Chris, sorry, I know I did this before, but the stone tablet from your ventures, where is that? Did you ask it for, Xander? I don't call it. That is the tabla rasa. That is from Egypt, or from Syria? I think it's Syria they found it, the tabla rasa. That is the Rosetta Stone is what that is, actually, the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone, yep, it's in the British Museum. And the only reason we're able to translate some languages is because of that. So the Rosetta Stone, yep, inscribed in 3 versions of a decree issued in 196 before Christ during the Ptolemaic dynasty of Egypt on behalf of King Ptolemy V. The top and middle text are in ancient Egyptian using hieroglyphic and demotic scripts, respectively. On the bottom is in ancient Greek. The decree has only minor differences across 3 versions, making the Rosetta Stone key to deciphering the Egyptian scripts. Before that, they had a hard time with the hieroglyphics. It was carved during the Hellenistic period and is believed to have originally been displayed within a temple, possibly at Sais. It's probably moved to late antiquity during the Mamluk period and was eventually used as building material in the construction of Fort Julian near the town of Rashid in the Nile Delta. It was there that it was found in 1799 by French officer Pierre-François Bouchard during a campaign in Egypt. It was the first ancient Egyptian bilingual text recovered in modern times, and it aroused widespread public interest with its potential to decipher this previously untranslated hieroglyphic script. Lithographic copies and plaster casts soon began circulating among European museums and scholars. When the British defeated the French, they took the stone to London under the terms of the capitulation of Alexandria in 1801. Since 1802, it's been on public display at the British Museum almost continuously, and it is the most visited object there. Yep. Wow. So that's how they help decipher this stuff. It's the Rosetta Stone. Hence, when you hear the term Rosetta Stone, that is the Rosetta Stone. Yep. So it's not particularly exciting information that's in it, but it was essential for learning how to decrypt ancient Egyptian, because we knew the Greek text. So demotic text was also there. The hieroglyphics, yep. Sylvester de Sacy eventually gave up work on the stone, but he was to make another contribution. In 1811, prompted by discussions with a Chinese student about Chinese script, he considered a suggestion made by George Zagoa in 1797 that the foreign names in Egyptian hieroglyphic inscriptions might be written phonetically. He also recalled that as early as 1761, Jean-Jacques Bartholomew had suggested that the characters enclosed in the cartouches in hieroglyphic inscriptions were proper names. Thus, when Thomas Young, Foreign Secretary for the Royal Society of London, wrote to him about the stone in 1840, Sylvester de Sacy suggested in reply that in attempting to read the hieroglyphic text, Young might look for cartouches that ought to contain Greek names and try to identify phonetic characters in them. Young did so, and with 2 results that together paved the way for the final decipherment of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. Wow. So there you go, folks. It's in the British Museum. Really cool. Really, really cool. They've been trying to get it back to Egypt for a long time, and it's not going anywhere. It's been used in many things, the concept of the Rosetta Stone. It's used for software to learn languages, many other things. So does that answer your question, Xander? Okay. It was one of the most important museum items I've ever seen in my life, and it was critically important that I have that. So yeah, the problem with it's enclosed in this plexiglass or glass, and you get reflections. I did my best to get a photo without reflections. Michael, hello to you. Gideon Maloney. Rainier von Rensberg. Morning, Classens. Carlos Freedom. Sir Raven. Wilkin Marais. Sean Mandich. Yapi Brandt. Nicolette Steenkamp. Bats Corp. Michelle Heckler. Marcel Nell. Thank you for the super chat there, Para Ruan. What is your opinion of the ambassador? Think he'll be any good for the people of South Africa? Chantel, you didn't watch my video, now did you? Chantel, you didn't watch my video. I gave my opinion. I think he'll be a good choice. Cycling Journey, Stephen Nortkia, Inkwell Odyssey. But you're watching this, so it seems fair to answer your question. Flux capacitor, Volmerans. Herman Fleury, good morning. Sorry, Chris, they don't have the guts to nominate a right-wing podcaster. Who is this right-wing podcaster of whom you speak? CJ and Maggie are back. Good morning to you. Hope all is well. Yeah, well, things are well. Last time people said I look tired. I'm actually tired tonight, folks. I'm tired, so I don't know how long we'll go tonight, but I am tired tonight. I'm also hungry. I ate earlier, but I'm starving. I feel like Marvin, man. Starving Marvin here. Marvin the Martian. I'm hungry, hungry, hungry. Oh, baby, the white meat. The other white meat. Get in my belly. That's what the fat bastard said. Fat bastard. Yes, anyway. So, yeah, I'm a little tired tonight, but I got a busy day tomorrow. I've got interview with Biz News. Then I'm done with Biz News. I interview Conscious Caracal. When I finish Conscious Caracal, I've got my news. When I finish my news, I've got Ronaldo. When I finish Ronaldo, then I've got a little bit of time, and I've got my radio program tomorrow night. Also, I'll be appearing on another program I'm not particularly familiar with, but I'll tell you more about it. That will be recorded on Sunday, probably appear next Monday. So there you go. That's here in the U.S., so interesting. A program that also interviewed Rob Hersoff, and that's how they found out about me. Rob said they should talk to me, and they're interested. Check out my tulips, man. You can see the fourth one peeking up from behind now. Look at them trying to come up there. Yeah. They're much shorter than the original ones. Anyway, what we got here? Sir Blythe, Robert Franklin Moore, and Francois Leroux. Daryl Matodis, Hank Sheffer. Hendo's back. Hendo looks fresh, man. He's chatting. He's saying hi to everybody. Look at Frendo. Frendo Hendo. He's saying hi to everybody, man. He's in a good mood. He's got full of energy tonight. Hendo, did you get some of my Starbucks? Did they arrive? Is that keeping you awake? All right, Francois Leroux. Kerry MacDougall, welcome to you. Home Affairs have a huge backlog now due to the influx passport requests. Apparently, they've been instructed to delay collections. Okay, where are you getting that delayed? Because people are picking up their passports every day. I mean, I've had anecdotal evidence of at least 3 people this week already, and it's just Tuesday night here for me. 3 people already this week who got their passport in 5 days or less, so I'm not really sure where that information is coming from. The Office of Director of National Intelligence published their annual threat assessment. Good news, Iran isn't building a nuclear weapon. That's the unclassified version, Holden. Thank you. Fred Baranga Bach. What's happening with the people that got hit by tornado last year? I heard Biden didn't release funds to help them. There's no immediate coverage on North Carolina or Florida for the hurricanes. Let me see if I can find it. Probably a local news story would tell you that. North Carolina hurricane. Okay, let's see if there's any stories that are covering that. So, news stories? No. News 13 town hall to discuss Helene recovery in Western North Carolina. It's a local television station. We are struggling. North Carolina families coping with weather and anxiety and long recovery after Helene. That's from Yahoo. Homeowners' huge cost to clear hurricane debris is making wildfires worse. Hurricane Helene damaged 822,000 acres of woodlands in North Carolina, creating ideal fuels for wildfires. So there's a little bit of stuff. It's all local stuff, though. Let's take a quick peek at that. So here you go. News 13 Town Hall. So that's Hot Springs, North Carolina, September last year. Guest panel including Army Corps of Engineers Major Brittany Hine, relatively low-level officer, Garin Creek Fire Chief Wade Wright, former Curve Studios artist Maria Andretti, Yancey County Sheriff Shane Hilliard, Rhodes Berry Farms owner Dalton Rhodes, and Asheville Vice Mayor Antoinette Mosley. So, and they did this on YouTube. Are they actually any news here? Let's see. Nothing's happening there. All right, we'll skip that. Still struggling, North Carolina families coping with weather, anxiety, long recovery months after Helene. So none of this stuff is coming up either. And then homeowners. Wildfires are out of control in North Carolina. People dealing with a super chat. Thank you for that super chat, Pale Dragon. 14 Rand. Yeah, wildfires because of all the tinder that's laying down from the forests that were destroyed. They erupted across North Carolina amid an abundance of dry fuels. What needs to happen is that volunteers need to go out and clear out all the debris, but it hasn't happened for whatever reason. And so we're going to be massive fires developing in the Carolinas this summer. No doubt about it. It's already spring. They've got fires out of control. So, Anyway, does that answer your question about North Carolina? North the Human Rights Commission is opening a case against killing whites. I don't know that they will, and I have that video. I think I have that video. I thought I had the video. Maybe I don't. It's not there. I know I have it somewhere. Hang on a second. Give me a second here. I did want to cover that tonight. There it is. Okay, let's see if I can find that now. Where the heck's it at? I don't see it. Oh, I hate when it happens like this. There it is. Why doesn't it just show me that?
White people.
All right, we're not going to play that right now. It's just for a little bit later. So, all right, so I'll play it a little bit later. So you need to be a survivor of attack. Oh, good God. Are you being a smartass, Daryl? Are you honestly being a smartass? Are you trolling? Where do you draw that conclusion? I really don't understand where people draw conclusions that are never stated. I mean, nope, never stated, never said. Don't know how you possibly come up with that concept, Daryl. So it makes me wonder if you're trolling. I'm not going to get into it tonight with people. If you think you need to be someone who survived an attack in order to apply, then don't apply. Opportunity offered, opportunity skipped. It's your call. I don't know where you get that from. Who told you that? Who told you that? I didn't say I'm live till 3 a.m. Where did you get that from? Mandy von Rooyen, welcome. Chris Murray, welcome to you. DL Freighter. Daryl, I've answered those questions many times too. I have a niece and nephew who are U.S. citizens, Missouri. No, it doesn't help with there. It might help with where you want to go if you want to be near them, but it doesn't affect your status as a refugee. No, it doesn't give you an in. This is not immigration. It's not immigration. The only thing it could possibly help with is if they're willing to sponsor you or help you, you might wind up going near them if that's what you're seeking. But having someone here or having a child here, it doesn't help. That's not what the law says. This is not about who's here. It's not about your ties to America. It's about your life being in jeopardy in South Africa. That's what it's about. Your basis for getting refugee status in a country where you're not legally a refugee, South Africa, is based on the president's determination that your life is in peril. It's nothing to do with your assets, your occupation, your age, your sex, your gender, your sexual preference, your favorite color, your least favorite color, your family. Nothing to do with anything like that. It has everything to do with your life being in jeopardy. That's what it's about. He has made a determination that Afrikaners who are suffering from unjust racial discrimination or persecution, their lives are in jeopardy. Therefore, the United States extended a gracious hand of generosity to help South Africans who are Afrikaners, yet to be determined what an Afrikaner is by the Department of State and the Homeland Security. And I don't really care if someone wants to sit here and argue what an Afrikaner is, because your opinion doesn't mean jack squat, nor does mine. It's the opinion of the State Department and Department of Homeland Security. And that may very well be a white person. It may very well be a white, colored, or Indian person, or even a black South African who's culturally aligned as an Afrikaner, as a member of the Dutch Reformed Church who speaks Afrikaans, and who's been abused. So that's the situation. I hope that helps, Daryl. I'm sorry, it looked like you were trolling. We get nasty trolls in here who ask the same questions over and over again just to disrupt the conversation. Only answered this question 1,000 times. I've only provided enough videos. 1,000, that's an understatement. It's probably 800,000 times I've answered these questions now. But I hope that answers your question. Thank you for subscribing. Assuming you're a genuine person, it looks like you are. There is my Substack. I would recommend that people go to my Substack. Someone wrote me an email last night saying, an elderly lady saying she can't understand the Substack. I'm not really sure why that's complicated for some people. I appreciate that you don't spend a lot of time online, but let's take a look at the Substack, okay? And I'll show you how it works, okay? All right, so get to my dashboard. And by the way, 574 people signed up for my program. So let me get to use site. Okay, here we go. So this is what the site looks like. It's free. It costs you nothing at all. And I've went through the trouble to make a document. There's a bunch of other things I've written here and a video or two I've posted. But U.S. Refugee Program offer to offer Congress analysis videos. You just click on that. Takes you to this page. And here you have all these videos. You can click on them and go to them. Okay? Or you copy the link like this. Copy the link. Open a new tab. Pasting it. Or just click on the video. It'll take you right to the video. We don't want to see Liberty Mutual commercial. Let's get rid of that. Top 14 Afrikaner refugee most frequently asked questions. This is from over a month ago. It took the embassy 6 weeks to produce this. I did it in 3 days. Chris in central Pennsylvania. This video is born out of frustration from the executive order that President Trump issued about South Africa, in which the United States will no longer provide financial assistance to South Africa in the form of foreign aid, and also opened up a refugee settlement program for a class of people identified as Afrikaners. This has raised dozens of questions, and over the past several days, I've spent an inordinate amount of time trying to politely and patiently answer the questions of thousands of people online. Now, the U.S. government had an obligation, in my view, to clarify this on Monday or Tuesday. We're now into Tuesday, and so these questions still keep coming. Media in South Africa are lying to South Africans, distorting facts, taking factual information from U.S. government websites and distorting it, and other people who profess to be lawyers and those in the know are misleading you and lying to you. So I am here to answer the top 10, no, now it's 14 questions that have been asked of me. So for those who missed that, that was actually a joke. The top 10, no, 14, inverse of the History of the World Part 1 by Mel Brooks, where Moses goes up on to Mount Sinai. The Lord Jehovah hath given me these 15, he drops one of the tablets. 10 commandments. So I did the opposite there. I said 10, no, 14. That was kind of an inside joke. I don't think most people got that. All right. We don't know if it's minorities Michelin star. The embassy put a note out. That's not what the president wrote. It may be minorities. That's my expectation. That was been my analysis. I'll stick to it, but I have no proof that it's going to be the case. All right. So where are we at here now? I answered Daryl's question. You're not a troll. Okay, well, that's good to hear you're not a troll because we get a lot of them. Could I mail you that video? I'm going to lay a charge against... okay, Chris. Yeah, I can, Chris. Hang on a second here. I'll tell you what, they mess with the wrong person. Chris Ehlers loves litigation, man. Chris Ehlers loves litigation, so doesn't really, but Chris knows how it works, so you don't want to mess around, Chris. Why is this thing not showing up here? This is annoying. It must be because the date of the video. There it is. All right, so there you go. You've got it, Chris Ehlers. It's been sent to you. All right, Stefan, good afternoon from sunny New Zealand. All right, good morning, USA, Canada, England, Ireland, Skype. Bram, how's it going? Bram. Please go look at the playlist and channel and welcome, okay? Look, I'll answer questions tonight, folks. I'll do my best, but I do ask you to go watch my videos. A lot of time and effort goes into it, and no one seeking remuneration here, giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars of free refugee program information that my government has failed to deliver, and as it turns out, when they finally do deliver it, guess who was correct? Anyway, somebody just said, what's it like to be famous? And I'm not famous. I'm not even remotely famous. I'm just another Joe doing my best here to make a difference here. So, now Lady Pandora probably crapped her pants. Which states in the U.S. are prone to tornadoes? Marius, the Plain States. But tornadoes can appear anywhere. You know, we had a tornado warning here a few weeks ago, but I haven't seen a tornado come through in ages. But no, not typically here. Typically, you get funnel clouds in places like Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, places like that. Ohio and Indiana also get them too, in Illinois. It just depends on the weather. So, just read Marco Rubio's tweet. Doesn't say victims of violence. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter what Marco... Okay, guys, thank you, Ken Patch. It doesn't matter what a tweet says. It doesn't matter. A tweet is not policy. A tweet is not law. A tweet is not a program. A tweet is just someone running their mouth about something, with the president done and Marco Rubio. What matters is one thing. That is the executive order published by the president on the 7th of February, 2025. That's what matters. And this is the executive order. It's read so many times. I've commented so many times. I've got notes all. Look at this. Look at these notes in the back, answering people's questions, doing interviews. Look at all that. Look at all that. So these things are dog-eared. It's like, it's my homework. It's so messed up. This is all that matters. And contrary to the liars in the media in South Africa and to the press, they're lying to you. There's no mention of white people in here. The presumption of Afrikaners are white. And for everyone's sake, I really hope for the people that want to leave South Africa. I don't want anyone to leave South Africa, but for the people that want to leave South Africa, and just so that I'm right, so I can rub it in their faces like a dog rubbing their face in the carpet after they piss on your carpet, I really hope and pray that my definition of Afrikaners is the one that's accepted by the U.S. government, so that it's not just white people coming. Oh, I so hope that's the case. The United States would score such a major goal by accepting other minorities who affiliate as Afrikaners with Dutch Reformed Church and or Afrikaans language and have been discriminated against, by letting them come to America, coloreds and Indians and maybe even a few black folks. It would be such a major win to shove it in the face of the racists who said this is for white people, because it's not. White people are not mentioned, and all for the idiots who claimed it was for farmers. There's no mention of farmers in the executive order, none whatsoever. You can search it. It's on the president's whitehouse.gov, the government's whitehouse.gov site. So people are making all kinds of stupid assumptions. Now, approaching 2 months after this order was issued, still got people listening to ENCA, News 24, Daily Maverick, Mail and Guardian, SABC, Newsroom Africa, all these organizations that are misleading you. And at this point, it's not through ignorance. It's not through ignorance. We know that these people are watching my content. We know that I'm stating factually what is. We have pointed out the receipts. We have told you where to find the information. So people still reporting lies are doing so willfully. For a week, we could have said, okay, journalist doesn't know better. Journalists didn't know where to find the information. But people were willfully doing it. I saw a story earlier about the new ambassador falsely claiming, and it was a mistake by the journalist, I'm not sure it was malicious, but the journalist falsely claiming that Brent Bozell had been nominated by Congress to be the ambassador. That's factually wrong. That shows a misunderstanding of civics in the United States, which is not an egregious crime. We don't expect South Africans to be experts on U.S. political system. I'm sure that I've made a mistake or two when I talk about civics in South Africa. However, that was easily proven. The rush to get it out, no editing, boof, Congress nominated. No, Congress confirms or denies presidential nominations. They don't nominate people to be senators or to be ambassadors or cabinet members. The president alone does it. But it's the same system in South Africa. Your president nominates them. So I don't see how that mistake was made. A subsequent story was published. I've got the screen capture. They updated. Typical Newsroom 24. They didn't say this is an update to the story. They just republished the story by correctly stating that the president nominated him. That's just very dirty and underhanded. Anyway, so at this point, people who are telling you that there are FEMA tents, people that are telling you that there's no money, people are telling you that it's for whites only, that it's for farmers only, are lying to you. They're simply lying to you. And if you believe them, I can't help you. I can't help you if you listen to liars. I realize the tortured history of South Africa, particularly of Boers and Afrikaners. You don't trust anybody. Fine, that's your issue. That's your psychosis, not mine. I can only offer the truth and tell it as often as I can. The fact that people don't want to believe the truth, that's fine. I mean, people were rubbishing me, lying about me, saying things about me. And then what happened? These frequently asked questions came out, and what did they say? It's almost verbatim from my own video. It's astonishing how that happens. Not really. Funk is back. Welcome back. Arctic. Good morning, Len J. Hank says, just go where they send you and then look for work where you would like to go. There you go. Gideon says, I would like to be on one side of the same ex-wife on the other. Well, I figured if it's your ex-wife, you just leave her in South Africa. What happened to Marquis? Intruder in the night. Oh, jeez. Good morning. Another day, another dollar. Really want to get America now and start building a new life, says Sarl Skuman. What did Brahm say there? It just jumped on me. Staged many moons ago. All right. Safe, but the intruder won't be if I catch him. GB, good morning to you. Stephen Arkia, hello. Sarah Ek Ismet Yao. Okay. Yeah, you also want to get over here. Got it. Tornado Alley seems to be shifting, so good luck. Living in the edge of it would not move. I don't worry about tornadoes. But then I live in Pennsylvania. It's not a major issue here. Stab myself with a needle. Does that mean I qualify? Sure, Martin. Anyway, of course, why not? Morning, Erasmus. Hello to you. Pale Dragon. Pale Dragon says, yep, watch all the videos. They're worth the time. Thank you for that endorsement, Pale Dragon. The 11th commandment, friends and family only, perhaps. Afrikaner Boer. Can't believe this incompetent government has tripled down the, oh yeah, I know. Here business confidence has plummeted. Trades grinding to a halt. Yep, Afrikaner. Not very smart. Not very smart. It's stupid people who do stupid things. And they're all in. They just can't help themselves. Johann Barkhuizen, Natasha Aposthumus Elsa. Hello. And the gentleman's questions, Daryl, I was answering, seems to disappear in the chat. Maybe went to watch the videos. The video content isn't just factual and informative, they're also very entertaining. Thank you for that. I try to keep them from being boring. You've said previously it's only for persons in South Africa, but the wording says people in fear of returning to country of persecution. Please touch on this again. Well, Folk Funk, what I gave you was the law. And what I told you is all we have to go off is law. I did say, Folk Funk, if you listen carefully to what I say, is that it's possible that they make an exception. However, the law precludes that. So the Trump administration is often accused of going rogue and doing what they want in violation of law. So I can't put that beyond them, okay? I will read to you what the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1980 specifically states right here on this piece of paper. Under United States law, a refugee is someone who is located outside the United States, is of special humanitarian concern to the United States, demonstrates that they're persecuted, were, or fear persecution due to race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or membership in a particular social group, is not firmly resettled in another country and is admissible in the United States. So to answer that question, what I said is that they wouldn't have to break the law by saying that if you're a temporary work visa somewhere like Dubai or Spain, you're there for 6 months or maybe even a year, who knows, that you're not a permanent resident there. Your permanent residency is in South Africa, that you potentially could apply for it online, but you're going to have to go back to South Africa to your interview, would be my expectation. So you need to get your mind around that. So Folk Funk, that's what I said. That's what I've said repeatedly. I haven't changed my story on that. I have not changed my story. The only thing, as I said at the very beginning, I emphasize heavily that you must not be firmly resettled. It's because people, and the reason I say that is because the people contact me. A lady contacted me. She says, I came to Ireland as a refugee. We resettled here. I want to come to America. And I didn't say this, but I'm thinking, well, that's nice. I want $1 million. Didn't happen. Now, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck, but I mean, it says you cannot be firmly resettled. If you've been accepted as a refugee elsewhere and you're settled there, then why would you come to America? Why would we let you here? The whole purpose, this isn't immigration. See, you got to get this in your head, folks. You got to get this in your head. And I've said this many times. Is somebody going to cry now? Is the colonel hurting somebody's feelings? Are there little wussies in the chat tonight? Are you insulted? I'm just looking. We had a crybaby last night. I'm just looking to see if there's anybody in the chat that's crying right now because my feelings hurt them. Yeah, try being here and answering these questions a million times, the patience I've displayed. Anyway, but it's not immigration. It's not immigration. You're not immigrating here. Your life's in jeopardy. Whose life is in jeopardy in Ireland? What are you going to do? Trip over a freaking leprechaun? Are you going to get too much Guinness? Is your life in peril? They're going to make you drink Guinness? I mean, I get that you would suffer by eating Irish food. Ugh. But they've got world-class restaurants in Ireland. I know. I've been there multiple times and eaten at the Irish restaurants, the Asian and the German and the Mexican and French restaurants that are there. Your life's not in jeopardy in Ireland. Now, if you're on a temporary work visa, you went there to work for Dell for a couple months, fix their computer network or something like that, then you're coming back to South Africa, you have a permanent address in South Africa, then yeah, I should think you should be able to qualify. Does that make sense to you, Folk Funk? Patrick says, the Iranian definition is 100%. Remember, non-whites can live there. I've said that. I've said that over and over again. The problem is I put a video up here, but you Stridham, the CEO of Irania, and it's got 5,000 views. What the hell is that? I mean, if I'd put a video in there, I'm a handicapped black man, and I felt terrified to be in Irania. My life was in jeopardy. I was scared every moment I was there. I thought the evil white people were going to kill me. I can't believe it. Didn't they invite you there? Oh, yeah, they invited me here. Weren't you able to eat there? Well, yeah, I ate here. Did you have a place to stay? Well, there's accommodation. Did they chain your wheelchair to a post? No. Why were you frightened? Because I'm a black man. I'm a black man in a white man's land. Oh, and they're all racist and evil. If I'd have made a video accusing Irania of being racist, I'd have 1 million freaking views on it now. If I'd had the title, I'm here meeting with a racist leader of a racist separatist settlement located somewhere in South Africa, there'd be 1 million views on that bad boy. Document has changed your channel forever. You should frame it. Which one? Oh, well, yeah, I suppose. Would it fast track your case if you could afford your own accommodation and only use refugee program? No, morning classes. It will. No. All right. Once again, 92 years of age, 2 years of age. Dutch Reformed Church, atheist. Physics professor. Unemployed server. Male, female, gay, straight. It does not matter. Billionaire, penniless. Does not matter. Refugee programs are not for people based on their qualifications. We don't give two shakes of a rat's ass what your qualifications are when you're granted refugee status. It's about your life. Whether you got money or not, that's great for you, but it doesn't matter. We don't care. Now, in the scheme of things, it's great. People got lots of money, want to bring it to America, invest it here. Hey, buy big houses, buy big cars, get yourself a V8, enjoy your life here. But it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. Mourning has no impact. You're not going to get an advantage. If your question or your belief is that, well, I've got resources, I'll get to the front of the queue. Nope. You'll be behind the dirty snot running down their face, never been immunized, illiterate, toothless oak from the that's stereotypical from the Cape Flats. You'll be behind that person because they applied first. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No, it's okay if it was asked before. I'm answering the same questions over and over tonight, and I'm frankly, I'm getting tired of saying I've answered the question before. I'm just going to answer the questions as if I've never answered them because it really doesn't change anything. At this point, it starts to sound like me moaning about answering the questions. I can ignore them too. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, morning Classens. Yeah, folks, this is not immigration. See, that's the problem. Afrikaners in South Africa, it's immigration. You're not immigrating here. In effect, yes, you do emigrate and immigrate, but you're not. This is like, okay, let me put this in perspective for you, okay? Let me put this in perspective. Has anyone ever seen the Huey helicopter pushed off the deck of U.S. aircraft carrier in 1975? Off the coast of Saigon. Have you seen that iconic photograph? That's what this is. That's what this is. This isn't, okay, well, we're leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back. No. It's game over, dude. This is like Aliens. I don't know if you're watching, man. We just got our asses kicked. It's game over. Hicks, calm down. Yeah, that's why the offer is being extended. I have not seen there's an uprising against Hamas in Gaza. That's news to me. I didn't see that news anywhere. Where did you find that at, Jesse Randolph? Why is SABC going to go rogue? Rebel Canners is here. Haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Well, the dogs seem to be settling down. Boring words of advice. Since my late husband was American, I focused on America and building a future here. Don't cling to the past. Okay, Micheline. Okay, the media is a waste of time. Watch Colonel Wyatt for accurate. Well, Pale Dragon's really on my side. That's like the fifth positive statement. Kevin Nicklin's here. That's Nota Baloyi. I'll show that in a few minutes, folks. Let me get through the chat here because people got questions and they came for that. Think that they're busy speeding up the program. Pam Bondi also stopped illegal immigrant housing funding yesterday. We'll see. Guys went through fire and water. He is bringing you to a place of abundance. Yep. I did, Arctic. I told you about the FEMA tents. That's true. You've caught me. Ouch, my goodness. Tanya says, listen to the Colonel. The facts from the Colonel's lovely here. Truth for a change. Your tulips match your t-shirt. Yeah, they do. Aren't they lovely? My t-shirt's actually underneath is a soccer. I don't like soccer, but I was at the Rugby League World Cup in England a couple years ago, and this is York City had its 100th anniversary of its soccer team. I couldn't resist buying the t-shirt because that's where the games were played on the same pitch where they play Rugby League and they play York Rugby. It's a stadium is outside the town. It's not bad. It's in a shopping mall complex. Right. Okay. The world normally follow America's lead. I hope New Zealand, Australia. I would hold my breath, Stefan. I would hope. Maybe New Zealand might do it, but Australia is still run by leftists. New Zealand has a center-right government, so maybe we'll see what happens. Yeah, New Zealand could probably use another 1 million high-quality people to come there. But if you brought 500,000 Afrikaners to New Zealand, the culture would be forever changed. The Maori influence would be greatly diminished, and they are not going to stand for that. I mean, half the towns in New Zealand named after Maori. And oh, we're persecuted here. You're the ones who wiped out all the frickin' Kiwis, man, not us. Reporters think South Africa think they're smart and give their own take. Exactly. That's not what a reporter's supposed to do. If you're a commentator like I am, then you can give your own take. If you're an intelligence analyst like I am, then give your own take. But when you report the news, you report the news. Yeah, they are growing. It's a massive effort. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Come back here. Man, this thing is way behind. There we go. It's a massive effort to create anxiety and fear. Exactly. Oh, Michelin star is gone. So you're leaving for a few months? That's it? You lost interest? Wow. Why don't you watch my news, Michelin star? Okay, Francois Swart, welcome you, Joe Cruiser. Wow, I just lost a viewer because I keep answering the questions. That sucks. Jacques Madeleine Fondazet, so welcome to you. Amanda. Hannes, I can't wait to get to the USA and build there. Lost 8 years of hard work to the government rules. That sucks, Hannes. Olivia. Okay, Graham Kelly, a tornado is going to look like a light wind compared to what we're going to face in South Africa. Armand, welcome to you. Andre, Bram, good morning. Wondering if I should send more comprehensive email to the embassy. I just asked to be considered. If you want, Brop. I mean, it's your prerogative. I don't know what to tell you there. Saw some news chatter suggesting Linda Sisulu or Tony Leon. Well, Linda Sisulu is a bad decision. Tony Leon's a good decision. Linda Sisulu is part of the problem, and she's also incompetent. So that's not a good move by the ANC. Tony Leon would be a good move. Roxanne is offended. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, Kevin, be patient. Wait, we'll get to the video. What do you think will happen to the case of Jason Bartlett that is here on asylum when they confirm the refugee program? Who's here on asylum? What are you talking about on asylum? Nobody's on asylum. What country are you talking about? Canada? What are you talking about? Jason Bartlett's an American shortstop. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not familiar with that story. Gave up on explaining to people. Some are trying to tell me that it's going to be terrible. I just start laughing. Yeah, there you go, Ilza. Good move. Just ignore people. Stupid people should wear signs. And that way you wouldn't ask them questions. Ryan Hennessy, I watched your video about Brent Bozell. What kind of policies does he support? Well, he's not a politician, Ryan. He's a conservative, and he's a media analyst. So what kind of policies does he support? He supports conservative issues. He believes in things like voter ID and responsible government, small government. So, I mean, what does it matter? It doesn't matter what policies an ambassador supports because they're just a mouthpiece for the president and for the government. They're not supposed to share their personal views. I mean, that's kind of been missed by Ibrahim Rasool. The purpose of an ambassador is to execute the foreign policy and to talk to the host nation and to report back to their home, representing the President of the United States. What their personal views are should not be a concern. Certainly not for third parties. So it really doesn't matter what his policies are. But you can read about Brent Bozell. I mean, he's a public figure. You can go to the Center for Media Research site and check it out if you like. You can read his columns. He's a very conservative person. Very ginger-haired, too. Always turning gray now. Did you and Ronaldo talk about it? No, we haven't. We haven't talked about it. We'll talk about it today, no doubt. He's made a video. I haven't had time to make a video on that, so... People are people, so why should it be? Oh, people are people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Oh, what a great song. Yep. Depeche Mode, yeah. That's a great one. Try to understand. Okay, Depeche, people are people. Yes, people are people. Depeche Mode, baby. Depeche Mode, yes. Oh, that's an advert. Okay, American Express advert? Oh, another advert. Wow, I just keep them coming there. What's going on with that? Can I skip now? I can skip. People are people. Ron used plenty of news South Africa, but ain't super popular in South. That's why I used to got low viewership. No, that's not why, Patches. That's not why. YouTube didn't promote it because I didn't call him a racist. If I'd have called him a racist, then it would have got a lot of views. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. Hey, Tarco Railways is back. Where you been, Lisbeth? Been donkey years. Dalf, that skinny alien that called whites. Yeah, he's back. I know it. I know. It's all about being the country with a worthy president, the best ever. Thank you, Joseph Hayes. Okay. Martinus Lawrence. Okay, we're catching up now. Sir Blythe, can't Trump just come invade? Why would we invade South Africa? That doesn't make any sense. It's more headache than it's worth. Memory of a goldfish. Can we please get the Colonel's PayPal details? Sure, I can put your PayPal up here. Well, I have the memory of the goldfish too. Who would remember that? There you go. Xavier, what's up, man? Okay, thank you, says Ryan. You're welcome. Ryan, watch my videos. Check them out. What is the general feelings on the average American of Afrikaners? Most Americans have no idea and don't care about this program. We got other fish to fry right now. Right now, we got this whole kerfluffle with classified battle plans being disclosed in a Signal chat. Russell's uttered his own personal opinions. Exactly. Well, I know it's in sync with the ANC. That's the thing. So there's the PayPal for those who are looking for it. Just make one feel so hopeless. What's wrong, man? Why are you hopeless? What's going on? Mary Duplessis, hey. Yeah, Nota's digging a bigger hole. When talk becomes action, the problem is there's so much disregard from people in South Africa that when the rampage and looting starts, they'll all cry for help as they go hungry. Yep. Why invade South Africa? They'll steal your invasion. See Cyril dismissed Trump's claims whites persecuted. No, I saw Cyril said something, but I didn't see dismiss the claims. I have to take a look at that. 385 people currently here. Thanks for being here, folks. So we'll cover a little bit of news here shortly, but let's get to the Nota Baloyi video. Now, this appears to be something from TikTok. It is. SA Political View. So it's their content, but it's noteworthy. So here we go. Bram is in the bath. Dude, it's too much information. Please don't share that information. Let me get this up on the screen. Okay, so this is pretty frightening stuff. All right, let me just get a few things in order here to get up on the screen because I know that Kevin's urgently trying to hear about what this is. Okay, there he is, Nota Baloyi, our friend there, not. He's wearing the Hustlers t-shirt, Hustlers podcast, so wow, he keeps appearing on that one. That channel is up to 300,000 subscribers now, so here you go. He says he's a privileged black person.
White people came here. They need to assimilate to our culture, not the other way around.
I'm sorry, black people came here too. The Khoi and San were there first. Are you claiming to be Khoi? You got the classic features of a Khoi person, so maybe he's claiming to be Khoi. But he's speaking as if he's a black person, not a Khoi person. So, but no one has to modify themselves to yourself. So this is Nota Baloyi. It gets worse.
It's bad enough we speak their language with a proficiency that they cannot even muster.
Wow, do you see that this arrogant asshat who barely speaks English properly says he speaks our language with the proficiency that we can't muster? Wow, this guy's going to find himself walking down the street someday and somebody's going to beat the living crap out of him. Unbelievable.
But they still need to assimilate to our culture. They need to assimilate to Ubuntu. That's the only way in.
No, we don't need to assimilate to Ubuntu. Look at as Ubuntu's brought this. Genocide in Rwanda. Slaughter in Somalia, slaughter in the Sahel, slaughter in Sudan, slaughter in South Sudan, Chad. Yeah, no, we don't need to assimilate to anything. People need to just treat each other well. So this deuce can shut up.
Which we can coexist within this environment. Otherwise, we will slaughter all of them, drive them to the sea, literally.
Did you hear that? He just threatened to murder all white people in South Africa if they don't assimilate and become black. He just threatened to murder all white people in South Africa. It's not hyperbole. It's not academic. He's making a statement. Then he'll try to disavow himself from the statement after he incites violence.
All of them, drive them to the sea, literally. It might not be me.
Aha, he's trying to disavow himself. But here we go. Let's go back. Let's go back to where he threatens white people. He's already called white people genetically inferior, insulting the dignity of the entire group of people, 4.8 million people in South Africa, and, 1 billion, 1.2 billion around the world. Nota Baloyi threatening people here in this video with violence.
Ubuntu. That's the only way in which we can coexist within this environment. Otherwise, we will slaughter all of them, drive them to the sea, literally. It might not be me.
Yeah, because you're a coward. It definitely won't be you, hero, because you're a wuss boy. Here's a wuss boy. Nota Baloyi hiding behind the camera. Look at this. Guy needs to really learn how to use a razor properly. I don't know what that fuzz he's trying to grow on the side of his face is. Yeah, so there you go.
It might not be me calling for it.
I'm not a
but
part of that thing. I'm just allowing you.
Now, that's smart of that gentleman to disavow the knowledge of this because he interviewed him. But quite frankly, smart of that person to disavow himself of this nonsense.
To talk.
No, I'm just saying. It might not be me. It might not be me calling for that. In fact,
So it might not be you, but it might be you calling for it. You just call for it. You can sit there and lie all you want there, you weasel little boy.
if white people are being driven to the sea, I'm least likely to be in the front lines.
Yeah, because you're a pussy. So you are least likely to get there because you're a wuss. You're just a bit. Look at him at that. He's already got that male pattern baldness forming. We're going to see his bald pat here before too long. Yeah, he's a crap weasel is what he is. No, Michelle, I will comment on it. Yeah, but I mean, I've been busy. I mean, I had to get the Brent Bozell video up, and I had to go into the Veterans Organization again tonight. There's lots going on. Plus, I'm scheduling other interviews.
Driving them to the sea, right? Because of my disposition.
What is your disposition?
As in, I'm a privileged black person in this country.
So why would you want to drive white people to the sea if you're just as privileged as they are?
The majority of black people, right, have been oppressed. But
First off, but here's a little hint. You may not understand the cultural makeup of South Africa. You're not black. You're not black, Nota. You look very coy, or maybe even sodomy. You look like a distant cousin of the dude who found the Coke bottle in The Gods Must Be Crazy. And you're going to tell us you're black? Let's test Nota Baloyi's DNA. Let's do a DNA test on Nota Baloyi. And let's find out what his true genetic origins are. Because this dude ain't black. You ain't black. Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth, Nota Baloyi? You ain't black, brother. You ain't black. You ain't down with that. You're not even remotely black. Look at the freckles on his face. Look at the freckles on his face. The dude is not black. He's so confused. I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. And we find out that he's full of that white European DNA that he says is so genetically inferior. Yeah. What kind of fashion statement is that, Amanda? Oh my goodness. Dude, shh, you're not black.
white people and the white system. And if
the white system. What is the white system? South Africa is being run by communists invented by white Germans and Jews. So is that the white system? Or is capitalism invented by white Europeans the system? Or do you prefer the system of oppression applied by Asians in China? He identifies as a moron. But anyway, love the freckles, dude. You know, you could at least put some makeup on and pretend you're not white.
point they decide that they want to drive people to the sea, I will not discourage them.
So you will not discourage the people who drive people to the sea. All right. Well, I will be making a video on that, folks. Maybe tonight before I go to bed. But yeah, no, it's so sad, pathetic. So sad, pathetic. Why is my screen not going away? There we go. Back to it now. Nota Baloyi. So that's the video. Yep. 429 people currently here. Thanks for being here, folks. Yes. Dude, you're not black. Half Filipino, half something. I don't know. My wallet was stolen and applied for an ID card and got a message to collect it. And I've been there 4 times, collect it, and the queue does not move. Oh, that's terrible, Donovan. That is terrible. Tyrone says, well done. You're a champ, Colonel. Thank you. I'm sure there's a lot of white note. Oh, I'm sure there is. Can we get a DNA test? Can we get a DNA test over here? Amazon will have a sale. Not Amazon. Amazon will have a Black Friday sale or a spring sale. And you can get yourself an Ancestry.com DNA kit and spit in a little tube, and we'll find out the genetic history of Nota Baloyi. Something tells me there might be some white in there somewhere. That genetically inferior white DNA that he's so terrified of. We will drive them to the sea. Well, not me. No, man, I'm a wuss. I can't do it. Oh, my goodness. Ouch, hot full markers. Did he go to prison? Time to post something mocking white people on X. I respond with a video of him crying in court. Oh, I got to see that video. Yeah. Oh, I got to get that. Let me get that. Or you get that video. I use that for my thing. Videos. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, poor Nota. Poor Nota. Wow, this guy takes the cake, doesn't he? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Seen crying during his trial. Saw that media personality Nota Baloyi cries in court during hearing over rape allegations by actress Itumeleng Bobkapka. Well, yeah, there you go. There you go. Has anyone seen Julius Malema on Heritage Day? Yes, Pyro Heiner. Obviously, you don't watch this channel or Ronaldo's. Yeah, so yes, let's see. Here you go. There you go. And that one has 67,000 views on my channel. So there you go. There's the link to that video about them singing, my analysis of it. Going to run away now. See you all later. Well, Steven, don't run away. Elephantine in the room. Should be sitting on the dock on a rock. Okay. Can't do it because he's privileged. Could be. Stuck the probe. My goodness. All right, where else are you guys at here now? Everybody has to go to work. Did you also see him say they do not hate whites? Then why are you going to chase people into the sea and murder them? S.A. Pete. Is it that goat again? Is it the goat? Good morning, Earl Abraham Cook. Give me. Oh, my goodness. It's that goat again, man. By the way, thanks to people who've been joining me over on Twitter. I mean, after having a Twitter account for over 20 years and having 1,000 people on my channel, I'm up at 7,187 people on my Twitter feed. Thank you for that. Let me look at communities. I don't know if anybody's joined. Nobody's joined the Making South Africa Great community. We've got that community over there. And looks like other people are posting there. Okay, not just me. But the Make South Africa Great community, yeah, so... haven't had anybody. Let me see. Where's the member request? Got none right now. Okay. Trying to get the link to it. He even said in that same interview, they say Afrikaans is a white language when we know it's not. They have stolen the language. Yeah. Okay. Stolen a language. All right. That's good. Where the heck is... We got 970 people in this group. I'm trying to find how to invite people to the darn thing. I had it here. Come on. Somewhere here, I had this link for how to join it. Oh, there it is. Invite. Copy link. Here you go. So if anybody wants to join the Making South Africa Great group, which is not Refugee, it's a Twitter community that I built, has about 970 people in it. You can post in there. Just have to agree to the rules. 972 members. So feel free to join. I have to approve it. You can't just automatically join. So go over there and I'll take a look at that as we go along. My blood is boer. 79. He didn't read the rest of the story where the sea opened up and the evil masses drowned. Marcel, now we joined, but yes, we need to share that group more, all of us. Okay. New ambassador to South Africa is Brent Bozell. Well, he's the nominee. We'll see if he gets through. It should get through. Should stick to his drawings. The interview of Nota was over an hour long. It was cringe as hell. Yeah, I can't watch all that. I wouldn't worry about him. He seems to go out with ARVs. He's not going to be around for long. Yeah. Oh, ouch, Gideon. Ouch. Marcel, now, welcome to you. See you reporting in. Right. Threats are threats spurred by hatred. And people who have low information will watch this and they'll buy into it. Just like singing Kill the Boer. The liberation struggle ended 31 years ago. Why are you singing this song? There's not even remotely a reason to justify it. Yep. The 2 WhatsApp groups are very active. No. Which WhatsApp groups? Which WhatsApp groups? You talking about that one on Twitter? No. WhatsApp groups. The WhatsApp groups are not active. No one can post in there except me and my moderators. So there must be some other WhatsApp group you're talking to about there, Xavier. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. Well, yeah, that's true until it inspires someone to murder you. Then that's a very different story, isn't it, Audrey? So my feelings aren't hurt by this moron. He has the intelligence of tree bark. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Why do you think we make fun of the welcome Neanderthals and canines and right-wing podcasters on the stream? Because people who falsely malign people, it doesn't hurt our feelings. But you cannot claim that, not that you are, but people can't claim that this stuff doesn't inspire people to commit crimes that they otherwise wouldn't do. Okay, so 433 people currently here, and we've got 320 likes. What's up with that? Had a few super chats come in. White Monopoly Capital. Where's the White Monopoly Capital? Not here, man. I'll show you my White Monopoly Capital. You ready for this? $1, $2, $3. That's it. I'm going to buy one of these. It smells new. $3. There's my White Monopoly Capital. Anyway. I'm sorry to insult tree bark. Video of African kids singing EFS. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Yep. All right. So let's get to some things I want to talk about here, since it looks like we're tailing off in people being here. We were at 447. Now we're at 389. Where'd everybody go? Why do people leave? What's that all about? Why do we leave 50 people all of a sudden? It's not like they went to work. That's odd. Did we say something that hurt people's feelings? That would be bad. They went to work? Yeah, that's possible. And they didn't announce they're leaving. Tab crash. Yeah, no, it happens, Blade Wolf. It happens to me all the time on YouTube. On our way to work, says Francois. But I thought you were unemployed. Only unemployed white South Africans would take up this offer or be interested in refugees. Of course, a lot of people aren't here for the refugee thing. They're here just to chat and hear the news. It's amazing how it's perceived that South minorities have unlimited funds and cash bursting out of their pockets. It is hilarious by stupid people. Scaring them off with my dollars. I left and came back. We'll join when I get to office. Okay, says Julie. Well, maybe that's what it was. People didn't like the Nota Baloyi thing. But I have to make a video on that because people keep asking. The supposedly superior group is actually quite... M.E., good morning to you. Monray Siebertson from Cape Town, usually telling us that, but not this morning. I'm late as I had to check in online for my trip to Liberia. Liberia? Isaac you're going to Liberia? I used to live in Liberia. And Martinez Lawrence has to leave. Sorry to see you go. All right, have a good day. Right, so Cyril Ramaphosa calls for self-reliance. 22 years late. Well, Kevin, you were the one asking for that video. That's why I played it. Thoughts on Southern Ambassador's return and speak at the airport. Royden, Janssen van Rensburg, I didn't listen to everything he had to say. I reported on it. And the greeting he got was ridiculous. The man should return home in shame. He's disgraceful. He violated all the norms of the Vienna Conventions of diplomacy and should be sent home. But the greeting he got speaks volumes about South Africa. It's bigotry, it's racism, it's anti-white, anti-Christian, anti-American attitude. Yep, it speaks volumes. It really does. Yes, Elizabeth, I think he has got Khoisan background. Or he's got white, the thing he detests so much. But I'd love to have a DNA test from Nota Baloyi. I don't understand why Juju wears Trump MAGA colors. I don't know that he does wear Trump MAGA colors. But Cyril is saying that South Africa should be self-reliant. Well, that would have been nice 22 years ago, instead of us giving you $8 billion. Yeah, in a bold response to recent cuts in HIV funding announced by President Trump, South African President Ramaphosa has heralded the situation as a crucial moment for the country to strengthen its commitment to self-reliance. And where's the money coming from, Cyril? Speaking of the sidelines of Dennis's 9th conference at the Birchwood Hotel in Boksberg, Ramaphosa conveyed that while the funding freeze is a significant concern, it also offers a vital lesson in accountability and resourcefulness for South Africa. We have had discussions about the stoppage of funding, and it is entirely within their own rights. It's their own money, and in many ways, it's a wake-up call on our part as South Africans that we have to find ways of being self-reliant. Now, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting, the change of tone from Cyril Ramaphosa? We will not be bullied. Remember that? We will not be bullied. Cyril Ramaphosa just a few weeks ago in a State of the Nation address threatening the United States. And of course, Paul Mashatile, Sikalala, Paul Fikile Mabalula, all members of the ANC threatening the United States, calling us an implacable enemy, calling us neo-colonialist imperialists because we quit giving money. Cyril states the obvious. I'm beginning to wonder if Cyril Ramaphosa is watching my content. President Ramaphosa, if you're watching my content, dude, you have a chance to redeem yourself and the history of the ANC. You have a chance to make a difference here. You should take it. Put out an olive branch. Get control of your cadres who are lying about America, and let's get this thing solved. Otherwise, Donald Trump is going to drain your country of its human capital and its tax base, and you're going to go down in flames. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. People are going to leave that country, and it's going to collapse. And if people think that Agri-SA is correct, that farmers aren't leaving, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You think that the people in my chat are the only people that communicate with me in South Africa? And I'm just one person, just one dude. And all the comments I get from people, farmers whom I know, you'll give it all up for freedom. Yep. So Bram just gave 5 memberships. Thank you for that. X-Platform, U.S. Embassy, Post for submitting fraudulent copies, support U.S. visa, okay, serious comment. Really? Okay, didn't see that. Thank you for sharing that. But what have I told you? What have I said, Fred? What have I said all along? What have I said over and over and over and over and over and over again? Do not lie to investigators. When you're interviewed, do not submit fraudulent documents. I gave the example of what happened in Liberia when we had recruits to the Armed Forces of Liberia who submitted fake education documents. They were discharged and never allowed to join the military again after that. What did I tell you, folks? What did I tell you? I said you must be honest. And honesty includes not having an act of omission. If there's something that might draw attention, you have to be honest about it. So let me go to the embassy in, okay, thank you for that one. That's just going to reinforce what I've told people for ages. So, excuse me. American Embassy. Okay, where's American Embassy, South Africa? That's not it. Ah, that's not going to work. U.S. Embassy. Let's go with U.S. Embassy. There you go. U.S. Embassy, South Africa. Official one. Okay, there you go. Yeah, but that guys, that's just for visas. That's for visas. But it may have been put there and meant to tell people that, you know, you shouldn't do this for your refugee status. Yeah. Submitting fraudulent documents in support of U.S. visa applications, serious violation that can result in visa ineligibility. The Department of State maintains stringent screening and security measures to protect the integrity of the U.S. visa system and ensure national security. Yep, that's a fact. But that's not exactly news, folks. Not exactly news. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, so... appreciate them putting that there. They're probably just trying to put a warning out to warn you now. But I've been warning you all along. Isn't it funny how the State Department keeps catching up with me? They keep catching up with you in every respect. So, Fred, thank you for that. But that's something I've said all along. People can change. Just do it. Yeah. His mom looks colored. His dad is definitely black if you look at the pics. Who? Are you talking about Nota Baloyi? Hi, Chris. Did you see the SABC report 7 hours ago? They are now crying. No, I didn't. What SABC? SABC. What's the video called? Ibrahim Rasool, U.S. Relations, social media attacks on South Africa. Social media attacks on South Africa escalate. Who's making social media attacks on South Africa? This is from, 7 hours ago. This is the one you're talking about.
Working from home.
Okay, that's not it.
Media posts, be that from President Donald Trump, Elon Musk, or now Marco Rubio, is that the South African government is anti-white and that some political figures, read the leadership of the economic freedom fighters, are actively promoting white genocide in their singing of the struggle song Dubula Ibunu. The Equality Court ruled in 2022.
I don't care what the Equality Court ruled in 2022. The blood scrawled on the walls of the victims of genocide, of murder, excuse me. You got me saying the stupid thing now, these idiots from SABC. The blood painted on the walls, the warnings, kill the Boer, from the blood of people butchered in domestic terror attacks in rural South Africa is all I need to know. I don't need to know that some court fraudulently declared that that was free speech. If that's free speech, then what Ronaldo said is certainly free speech.
That the singing of the song was protected under the freedom of speech rubric.
So then why isn't what Ronaldo said protected under the freedom of speech rubric? It was an academic statement.
Explaining that it articulated the failure of the current government to adequately address issues of economic empowerment.
So the court said, which I have the court judgment here, by the way, folks. The court said that the EFF is allowed to sing murder white people because they're addressing the failure of the current government. What white people run the current government? What white government runs this? What white government has failed? This is lies, nonsense. Where's it? I got it here somewhere. There it is. Here's the court case. See, I bring the receipts. I don't just spew nonsense. I bring the receipts when I talk about this stuff. So thank you for that, Johan Klota. Yep. On the merits of the appeal, the court dealt first with the preliminary report raised by EFF. On the main issue, the Supreme Court appeal held that the reasonably well-informed person would appreciate that when Mr. Malema sang Dubulo in Hunu, he was actually not calling for farmers or white South Africans or Afrikaners descent to be shot, nor was he romanticizing the violence extracted in farm attacks as contended by AfriForum. A reasonably well-informed person would understand that Mr. Malema was using a historic struggle song with performance gestures that go with it as a provocative means of advancing his party's political agenda. Understood in its full context, it was a form of political speech. Well, understood in its full context, what Ronaldo Khus said was academic speech, and it's political and protected by the same thing. So there you go. So, once again, this is utter nonsense, what's going on here. So if Julius Malema can sing murder people and glorify it, and we find people's names scrawled in blood after singing it, I mean, well, first off, okay, let's pretend that it's legit, because the Supreme Court of Appeals said it's legit. What kind of moron sings that sort of thing, killing people? I mean, that's what you do? That's the basis of your political culture, is murdering other people? That's what inspires you? Something wrong with that. Something seriously wrong with that. Okay, my chat is all screwed up. Oh, God bless it. What is going on with this chat? Frickin' YouTube. Okay, I've got to try to come over here and get it back. So, there's Julie. Okay, so after USMB scan your face and all your fingerprints and everything about you, believe me, I'm not sure. Farming is hard work. You think they will stay because they're getting hatred the whole time, and then, yeah. Felicity Monroe worked in Liberia on and off for 7 years. African countries like Malema, he seems to get a lot of support from them. I didn't see any support for Julius Malema when I was in Liberia. Of course, I was early in his career of stupidity. They get their news from you, Colonel. Also, Sir Ramposa has mega shares. And yeah. Okay. I was looking at the new AfriForum podcast on YouTube last night with Teo Diaga. Very interesting. I haven't seen that, Rian. People still watch SCC. Yeah, they do. Shockingly large number do. Anton retracted his statement. Alexa's grateful she lives in Florida. I got you. Wonder what the same judge or magistrate would say if they sang kill, kill the magistrate. Exactly. Charles Boyson, welcome to you. Greetings from Zambia. Neil Krug. All right, we got some folks coming in now from other places. How can you still be singing struggle songs if you've been in control more than 30 years? Exactly. Loretta, it's fine to be late. Nothing wrong with that. And then there was a 70 Rand super chat from Julie. Thank you, super sticker. You're third on the live. Thank you for that, Julie. I appreciate that. Yep. Okay. Super chats have been slowing down. It must be the end of the month. Hopefully people watching the videos, the ad revenue keeps up because that's where the real cash is coming in. The super chat revenues definitely supplement that significantly. Where's this Ashley person at? Okay, I don't see anything from Ashley that says anything. Okay. U.S. allows dual citizenship while a little unclear on the issue. Oh, okay. No, the U.S. does not allow dual citizenship. Legally, we do not recognize dual citizenship. The U.S. tolerates it and doesn't strip people their citizenship normally, but we do not accept it. That's the norm. So I don't believe in it. I think it's bogus. You can't owe fealty to two nation states. It's total nonsense, and I disagree with it. And if it were up to me, I would strip every person who claims to have a second passport. I would take it from them, confiscate it. But I don't run the country, so you don't have to worry about that. Well, Pale Dragon, your fingerprints don't matter. Your DNA is perfect. We can measure that. Sedgefields in from the garden route. What's going on? When I leave, I become American. I will never come back, says Christo. They sing that vile song out of spite. I saw some Stanley was not singing along. Political speech. Would you like to sing some KKK? There you go. They have a rich and colorful history full of political speech. Involving stringing up a strange fruit. Yep. No offense. Yeah, you're right, Light Rain. There you go. Well, you get my sarcasm too then. Don't want dual citizenship. Yep. Marlies Muller. Good morning to you. Ferdi Vista. Then the SABC want us to pay yearly 265 Rand for a TV license for fake news we don't even watch. Exactly. Marcel Cook. Blaming others, they say. I read somewhere the EU is sending billions of euros. That's not true. It's not in defiance of President Trump. Yeah, it is to provoke Trump, but they've made promises. They've not sent any money. They made promises, and most of it is in the form of loans. So they made a $4.7 billion promise to South Africa, and let's see if they follow through. So you did read correct, but it's a promise. They didn't give any money. So Izzy, we'll have to wait and see if they actually follow through. I wonder if these idiots realize that farmers are sometimes struggling and have to take out loans. No, they don't, Marissa. They didn't care about what happened in Zimbabwe, that the government nearly bankrupted most commercial farmers by stealing their maize at below market prices, forcing them to sell to the Grain Marketing Board, and then pocketing the difference for corrupt officials. They didn't care. They just saw farmers as rich. Why does the South African Human Rights Commission allow blacks to make racist statements? Because they're captured. They're illegitimate. The South African Human Rights Commission is illegitimate. It's illegitimate. It does prosecute or go after some blacks, South Africans who make stupid racial comments, but never anybody in power. They're always low-level nobodies. Never anybody in power. Julius Malema has never been a person they've put real interest in going after. Yeah, and they didn't have the Black Land Matters guy. They didn't go after him. No, they don't. Because it's not the South African Human Rights Commission. It's the South African Minorities Oppression Commission. Yeah, it's a relief. They don't want the NC. Well, they may get some of it, but they may not. They also want $1.5 billion from the World Bank. Well, that's gone and been scuppered because the way they've been treating America. A bunch of USA expats I've worked with renounce their U.S. passport in favor of Taiwanese passports. Well, they're dumb. When Formosa becomes the next province of communist China, they'll regret their actions and they won't be welcome back. $39 for DNA ancestry at MyHeritage. Yeah, there you go. See, that's cheap. The cheapest price used to be $99, and it used to be $500 for those tests. Yeah, so I paid $99 for mine a long time ago, and then I've paid for a few others. I paid $39 once too. So, but I've done it with several sites. Courtney, look, hello for you. The interview between Johan Eilers and Andile was shocking. I didn't see that. Being a lawyer, I am ashamed at certain judgments lately, especially the EC and particularly the judgment of the Juju case. Yeah, they are appalling decisions. They're absolutely appalling. As an English-speaking South African served in the Middle East, high-risk environments for 20 years. Can I apply for its status? Blue to IQ, we do not know. And the reason I say we do not know is because when the president issued his executive order, it said Afrikaners suffering from unjust racial discrimination. Afrikaners in South Africa were victims of unjust racial discrimination. That's the description. On the surface, you would not identify as an Afrikaner. So one would say no. However, as I predicted, that's likely to be adjusted to say minorities who've suffered unjust racial discrimination. In that case, you would probably qualify. So I wouldn't lose all hope, and I would apply just the same. The embassy issued its statement, the first statement on the 10th of February, 3 days after the president issued his executive order. And in that statement, they said ethnic minorities. But that's not the president's executive order, so we'll have to wait and see. So blue to IQ, you could very well, or is IQ or I? Yes, IQ. You could very well qualify, but we don't know. Basically, I mean, if you're colored and you want to come, then apply. If you're Indian, you want to come, apply. If you're English speaking, apply. You can only be told no, right? You can only be told no. Can you give that pledge money? Well, there are no sanctions against South Africa, Christo. First off, there are no sanctions. Besides, if there are sanctions from the U.S., they're U.S. sanctions. Canadians go to Cuba, but we sanction Cuba. Europeans go to Cuba, we sanction Cuba. They betray us for decades, and they've helped keep the communist regime and the oppression of the Cuban citizens ongoing by putting tourist dollars and trade with Cuba. So the Europeans and Canadians are complicit in the suffering of the Cuban people. Only America stood fast on that communist scumbag country. So yeah, Europeans can do what they want. They're sovereign states. We have no say over their actions. But there are no sanctions against South Africa. That's a myth. It's a total lie spread by lying media and lying South African politicians. Seems that Ibrahim Traore has a huge influence in Africa. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. That's only amongst intellectuals who hate white people, who get seeped in Pan-Africanism by going to the London School of Economics or Oriental Studies or Yale or Harvard or some other UCT or Rhodes. No, Ibrahim Traore, nobody knows who the hell he is except a bunch of, Pan-Africanists and racists. People know more about the Congo than they know about Ibrahim Traore. Yep. Yeah, he doesn't have any influence. These people who spew his name are not real people. I have a buddy in South Africa, born in Poland, lived in Transkei. When the homeland disappeared, so what do I say? Bite the bullet? No idea where you're going with that, Alexia, excuse me. Scottish, Dutch, French, Irish, no German, but I haven't done the DNA. I'm afraid to discover some aliens. Pale dragon, you never know. You never know. What is happening south there is the African why. You just have to see the rest. You mean way, Ilza? Okay. Absolutely surprising the Rand isn't 41. No, it's not. If Trump wasn't playing the tariff game, then it probably would have sunk. We don't have money to leave in the first place. Voted for a better South Africa. We're stuck here, and how do I leave my kids and grandchildren? Well, Karen Bernard Photography, I'm not sure what you're saying you don't have money to leave. You mean to immigrate? Yeah, that's expensive. Are you talking about this refugee program? Karen, could you answer my question? Are you talking about this refugee program? Because if you're talking about this refugee program, then you're wrong. You're 100% incorrect. Money to leave? It's free. It's free, Karen. It's free. If you qualify for the refugee resettlement program, you don't pay for it. It's free. No lawyers, no consultants, no visa application fee, no application fee for refugee resettlement. You don't even pay for your flight. You don't even pay for your flight. The International Organization of Migration will pay for your flight if you don't have money. They fly. They pay for it. You have to repay them for that, but the rest of the stuff you don't pay. You come to America. We spend $2.7 billion per year helping you adjust here, getting you medical, getting you enrolled in schools for your kids, helping you get driver's license and insurance and getting you all set up, translating your documents into English and American standards. So, Karen, I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you're saying that you can't afford to immigrate to New Zealand or to America as an immigrant, I can understand that. That's expensive. Ask Arctic. Arctic spent a lot of money to come here as a pilot. But as far as the refugee program, it doesn't cost anything. If someone told you it costs something, they're a liar. They're a liar. And you don't even have to believe me. I've been saying that since the very beginning because I actually read U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act of 1980 and know exactly what it says. But hey, guess what? The embassy finally got off their ass and did something. Look at this. Do I need to pay a fee to access the U.S. refugee assistance program, admissions program? Access to the U.S. Refugee Admissions Program is free. Beware of any scams or potential exploitation. No one should pay any fees or favors in return for access to the program or to unauthorized individuals claiming to be able to assist or expedite your resettlement case. There you go. There you go. Are you pre-recorded on a news pod? Yes. I was interviewed earlier today. It's another reason why I'm tired. It's been a long day. Can you give a rough figure on what it will cost to immigrate to America? To immigrate? No, I can't, Rakes, because it depends how long your case goes and how many hours you have to bill an attorney or a consultant to help you get here. I couldn't possibly be. I've heard people have spent $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to immigrate to America. Yep. And they've waited years. But a refugee is free. So I can tell you what the cost of that is. $0, 0 cents. No rands, no shekels, no rubles, nothing. Nothing. Does that help, Rakes? More than willing to go with one suitcase. Well, that might be all you'll be able to take. Airlines are stingy. The farm here, that's all I get is one suitcase when I fly to South Africa now, so I have to pay for a second. It's stupid. You're welcome, Blue 2 IQ. I hope that helps. Timothy Cooperus, welcome to you. Farm here on the West Coast went on auction, but it had to be canceled due to lack of interest. Yep, farmers are going to have a problem. Exactly. Well, that's been the problem for a long time because the uncertainty with land title. The ANC has ruined this ever since this EWC came back in 2018. They've destroyed the land market. Yep. Natasha Sawyer, good morning to you. Mahala. Doesn't NATO have also a set of rules like if human rights are violated? No such thing. Nope. NATO is a mutual defense pact to protect against the Warsaw Pact, which no longer exists. So it calls into question the whole purpose of having NATO in the first place, since the Cold War is over. But NATO continues, and NATO has Article 5 requirement for an attack on one is an attack on all. The first time it was actually ever exercised was after 9/11. All NATO members voted unanimously to support the United States in its war against terrorists. Yeah, so there is no such thing about acting for human rights. That's not its mission statement. When they get the interview, I can say they can come work at my estate. What, in Florida? Alexa, you can contact the NGOs who offer services and volunteer to be a sponsor. You can give a letter if that's what you're asking, Alexia. If you have employment for someone you know, if you want to, someone gets in contact with you and wants to come work for you in Florida, if you have a job offer for them and they're in the refugee program, you can write a letter. You can send them the letter, obviously not through the mail. You're going to have to scan it and send it to them. They can take it with them for their refugee interview and say, hey, I have a job offer here. Is there any chance I can go there? But don't you live in Florida, Alexia? I'm sorry. I'm not going to move down there. All right. So where were we at here? Call me Novak's back. Where you been, man? Broken bottles under children's feet. Sarita hopes to get out 58. My wish is to get out. Okay. This question of family in the U.S. has been answered now 33 million times. Yes, it has, Anita. 4 million on the safe side. Okay, Alexa, if you got $4 million, I might reconsider moving down to Florida. There is a link. It's pinned at the top, is it not? Did I not pin that at the top of the chat? The Substack. Did I not pin that at the top? Thought I pinned that at the top. Paste. All right. I'm pretty sure I pinned it. So if at the top of the chat, that's the Substack. You can find all the videos that cover this topic. No, it's there. It's at the top. So go check it out. Yep. Should think an alliance like that should protect human rights. That's not its purpose, Christo. It's not its purpose. Nope. It's not the role of the military to protect human rights. That's what law enforcement is for. It's what government's supposed to do. Madeline, have a good day. Money to start, $4 million to start in the States? Who said that? That's ridiculous. Victim political violence, bomb blast in 1993. Do I have a chance to qualify? I don't know why you wouldn't. Jan has never been outside, never been on a plane. Man, I've been on a plane so many times. It's crazy. Saw SpaceX job advertised in the description. It said refugees are welcome to apply. Really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. So you've got Xhosa ancestry. Interesting. Typical Afrikaner, some African ancestry. Thought Chris wanted to border my seat. Hey, Marcel Koch, $4 million talks loudly, my friend. Wrote the embassy, responded the same day. That's cool. Just know my refugee application will be rejected. No country wants another lawyer. That doesn't matter. I'm not sure where the answer is to get started, but here goes mine. German, Russian, French, Irish. So there you go. Interesting. 419 people here. 400 likes. That's all we got on likes tonight. That's a little depressing. Can we do better than that? Come on, man. Come on, man. Make it happen. All right. All right. So, yeah. So what else did I want to talk about here tonight? Let me get rid of that. Depeche Mode, man. Yeah. People are people, so why should it be? You and I should get along so awfully. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Depeche Mode. They had some good songs back in the day. Back in the day. Yes. Right. Where are we at here? So let me take a look and see if that video is doing any better now. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like it's gone anywhere. Wow. Did it die? Oh, no, it's taken off. 20,000. All right. So the Brent Bozell video is up to 21,000. It's just starting to take off now because people are awake now in South Africa. Yeah. So that's good. Good to see. All right. Cool beans. Hopefully it keeps going. The South African Air Force video is over 72,000 now. That's pretty good. 73,000, but it's tailed off, even though that's still the main story on the News 24 website. It's died off for me as a video. And then the War for South Africa, that one's at 107,000. That's pretty awesome. The one disappointment here is the one about Fikile Mabalula. That video has tailed off at 49,615. Let me see. 49. Yeah, it's not quite at, I wanted to get 50,000, but I'm going to need another 300 views. 371 views to make it. That sucks. Don't think it's going to make it. I always like to get that even number. People why should be. Okay. The team that done the interviews went back to USA last week, but someone said they have an interview today. Well, Balta family, perhaps you weren't following my content or you didn't understand, you didn't listen. I said very clearly that that team had returned and that other teams are coming. I know for a fact 3 other South Africans who have upcoming interviews, including one this week and at least one next week. So likely another team has come to replace them. That's what I said. They are still gathering information. This is not the program. Until the program is announced, Balta family, you can only expect that these are efforts to gather information. Does that help? Does that help? Okay, I hope that helps. We're an elderly couple. We didn't have children. We have health problems. We were worried if we go to America as refugees where we get our chronic medication. America is very expensive. Well, Sue, lots of refugees who have these problems come here and they seem to survive. I made a video about this on finances, explained all this. So I don't have your specific answers. I can just give you generalities because the program's not announced. But we have Social Security supplemental. We have Medicaid, Medicare. People over a certain age qualify for it. If you come here as a refugee, you didn't have to pay into the system. We let you in the country. You get the benefit of my tax dollars to support your medical needs. Simple as that. So, $5 bill on my birthday. At least I only need... Krista, that's funny. Sue, I hope that is helpful. This white farmer only thing is beneath the integrity of this government. What about BE discrimination? Okay, well, Tony Bean, I don't know where... Okay, all right, guys... All right, I almost went to profanity there because it really pisses me off. Tony Bean, who are you and where are you getting your propaganda from? All right? Yeah, I know. He just asked for it, didn't he? He just asked for getting PK'd and moored. All right, I will read this for the zillionth time because I don't know who you are, Tony Bean, but what you're saying is complete and utter fucking lie. So let's deal with your lie, okay? Whether it's yours or someone else's. Maybe you misunderstand, but how you misunderstand, I don't know. So, there is no bull supporters can't come. Call me Novak. You must stay in South Africa. We don't take bull supporters. We're going to have our own Blauw Bison, the Blue Bisons here. That'll be the next rugby team. So there is nothing in the executive order, Tony Bean, that says anything about farmers. And it says nothing about white people either. Okay? So I don't know where you get that garbage from. Obviously, you don't watch this program. Either you're new to the channel, which we'll give you some slack for, or you're a troll. But I will go through the drill of reading the executive order, okay? Just in case you're a legitimate viewer. In shocking disregard of its citizens' rights, the Republic of South Africa recently enacted Expropriation Act 13 of 2024 to enable the government of South Africa to seize ethnic minority Afrikaners' agricultural property without compensation. This act follows countless government policies designed to dismantle equal opportunity in employment. Employment, not farming. Education, not farming. And business. Well, farming is business, but it's not the only business. And hateful rhetoric and government actions fueling disproportionate violence against racially disfavored landowners. In addition, South Africa has taken aggressive positions towards the United States and its allies, including accusing Israel, not Hamas, of genocide in the International Court of Justice and reinvigorating its relations with Iran to develop commercial, military, and nuclear arrangements. That's the purpose of the executive order, spelled out right there. The people eligible for it are Afrikaners in South Africa who are victims of unjust racial discrimination. Where, oh where does it say farmers? Where, oh where does it say farmers? It doesn't. It's a fantasy. It's a wet dream dreamt up by liars, scumbags, and frauds. There's nothing in there. Trump did issue a Truth Social post a month later, specifically addressing farmers, but that came a month later. That's not an executive order. So if anybody thinks this is just for farmers, then you're not paying attention or you're dishonest. And the gentleman who posted that, Tony Bean, has not commented. So I'll give him a couple more minutes to respond, but I'm going to guess that that was trolling. What about the rest of the white people? And I'm going to play devil's advocate. So what? So what? What about the West of the white people? You're not our problem. Neither are the Afrikaners. Talk about looking a gift horse in the mouth. Ungrateful. Wow. Well, Colonel, I just saw you at 60,000 plus subs. I can't remember what it was like in January, February. We need to do something cool for your... Yeah, well, we need to get to 100,000, Colleen. It's slow. It's so I was at 20,000 on December 31st. Let's take a look at that. Let's go over there. Analytics. So I'm waiting for a response from Mr. Bean. Ooh, I just realized Mr. Bean. Tony Bean. Yeah, so Tony, I'm waiting for your response, brother. Okay, to prove that you're actually real. So yeah, my account was 2025. So on January 1st, I had 20,533 subscribers. So 20,533. And by January 29th, after Trump became president, we were 22,545. And now, so in February, we went, let's go to January. February 1st, we started at January 31st, 24,706, 24,000. And then we get to the end of February, we're at 51,000. So that's what we jumped. Klaus Ulrich just gave a super chat, small. Oh, there's Tony. Okay. Ah, okay. Tony is not a troll. That's what I was worried. Thank you. That's why I didn't dish you. But Bean, Tony, yeah, there's a lot of confusion because people are lying to you. Thank you for finding my channel, Tony. And I'm glad I didn't rubbish you. But we get a lot of trolls in here who come and spread nonsense. No, there's nothing in the order that says farmers. There is a complicating factor in that Trump put a Truth Social post out a month later in which he talked about farmers, but that's not an order. That's not what's driving the program. The executive order from the president is what's driving it. The problem, Tony, to answer your question specifically, is that it will be up to the U.S. government, not Afrikaners, not the government of South Africa, not you, not me. It's up to the U.S. government to define what is meant by Afrikaners or if it's extended to ethnic minorities. I think it's a very real possibility, Tony, that will be extended to ethnic minorities. And that's what I said on February 7th when I did a live broadcast and I announced this executive order less than 2 hours after the president issued it and was on for hours and had 38,000 people tune in. I said that then. Thank you for the super chat, Klaus. Tony, I think that it will be extended, but I have no evidence of that. But other than on the Monday, the 10th of February, after the president's executive order on the 7th of February, the embassy in South Africa listed ethnic minorities. It didn't say Afrikaners, it said ethnic minorities. So that confirmed my suspicion, but there's been no development since then. So, Tony, gotcha. But seriously, back to the other point. As far as other white South Africans, as far as colored South Africans, as far as Indian South, as far as Afrikaners, it's not our problem. I mean, this is unbelievably generous. So hopefully for those who feel persecuted, it will include you. I think it should. If I ran the program, Tony, if I ran the program, it would be all Afrikaners, which includes, well, you're welcome, Tony. It would include all Afrikaners, which includes some colored folks, some Indian folks, and some black folks. And you're like, well, they're not Afrikaners. Well, that's your definition, not mine. My definition of Afrikaners, people are culturally aligned, who speak the language, who have the faith, and they they live a life of Afrikanerdom, and that's my definition. So, but I'm not in charge. If I were in charge, this would already be promulgated and in front of the president right now. Yes, Xavier, only Stormers fans will be able to come. That is the other problem. So you're lucky I'm not in charge, because the only people I would allow to come to America under the refugee resettlement program would be Stormers and Province fans. The rest of you can go talk to the wind, especially Sharks fans. You're not welcome here. R Lab Organics, yeah. Tony, I'm so glad that I didn't rubbish you, because it's so easy to fall into. That's why I said I had to stop myself. Don't use profanity tonight. But yeah, so Tony, it's a lot of rubbish by the mainstream media, by Agri-SA, by John Steenhuisen, by Cyril Ramaphosa, Paul Mashatila, by all these people lying about what's going on. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Emmanuel De Cana, thank you for becoming a subscriber. Is that Portuguese, De Cana? Anyway, yeah, so Tony, you're new here. There's a link at the top of the chat, just over the window there. Go up to the top of the chat. That's a Substack. Now, Substack is a publishing platform. I don't charge people for it. Many authors charge people. I just periodically publish articles there because it's a place I can publish for free. I don't have a big following there because I never really promote it, but because of this, I'm promoting it. So click on that. It'll take you to Substack, and I ask you to subscribe. It's free. You don't have to, but please subscribe if you don't mind. And you'll find a document on there about the refugee program, and it lists all the videos that I've produced that discuss this. It includes eligibility for the refugee resettlement program, generally speaking. Not South Africa, because we don't have it yet, but generally speaking, the law, how it applies. Then it has a video about background checks, because you have to come here. Refugees are among the most vetted people to come into America, more than tourists, even more than diplomats. So background checks, and then finances, all the things for Sue, who asked earlier about being an elderly person, expensive medication. I talk about that in that video, all the different forms of funding and financial support available to refugees. However, if you are able to work, you are expected to work when you come here. We expect you to be a contributing member of society, and we encourage people to work. We don't want deadbeats. Deadbeat is somebody that's capable of working, not someone that's incapable of working. So anyway, so Tony, I encourage you to go check that out, and then feel free to join it. Thank you for subscribing here, and thank you for your question. It's actually a good question. I'm glad I didn't lose my cool last night. We had a jerk off coming here last night, and I went off on. They were whining because I used profanity. I was like, oh, seriously? Anyway. Yeah, 142 race-based laws, you qualify as long as you're not a criminal. Yeah, but that depends. It's not just Afrikaners. That's his point. Marcel says, I'm surprised by Chris's patience, worried that one day he'll say, "Hol is too stupid to luisteren." Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to luister. I'm not going to luister. People are stupid. But look. I mean, people are concerned. People are worried. A lot of people apparently are just finding out about this. I'm hearing from people saying that my parents didn't know about this program, or my cousin never heard of it. Yeah, so I'm not surprised. People have turned off to the news. Alma says, love this channel, and the host is the best. Thank you. Well, you're welcome, Alma. Thank you so much. Who volunteers to follow Nota and grab a hair? Oh, for the DNA test. Agree, Chris. For one thing, to separate Afrikaners from English would be nigh impossible. Yeah, I agree, Amerikaners. I mean, y'all knocking boots all the time. I mean, look, okay, I'm a huge fan of Monty Jackson. He's a personal friend, great musician, fantastic talent, genius encyclopedia when it comes to music history. But Monty Jackson, where the hell did Jackson come from? That's not an Afrikaner name, but he's an Afrikaner. He's definitely an Afrikaner. Tony says, thank you. You're welcome, Tony. Apocalypse Ninja. Just want to say you're doing a great job with the actual news, not the fake news from your media. Well, thank you so much, Apocalypse Ninja. You scared me with that username. Had to do some of that kung fu fighting. Those cats were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Yeah, that's right, Xavier. Only Stormers fans need apply. Lots of first-time viewers today. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Where are you all coming from? Because I announced the ambassador. Thanks for being here. What's the official site to apply for the status? It's a good question, Blue IQ. I'm sorry, I'm just coming across your chat. I'm behind a little bit here, folks. Lawrence Duplessis, I'll put up in a second. Maybe one of my mods can put the link. There's no official site to apply. First off, guys, you can't apply for refugee status for South Africa because it does not exist. You can, however, express your interest in sending an email, giving some details about yourself and maybe some of the challenges you face. And we do encourage that. I wasn't encouraging initially because I wasn't sure what the embassy is doing, but now based on 2 interviews that have been conducted, that I've had feedback from people who are there, And I've confirmed the details. Plus, I know the program. I know enough about how an embassy and how a consulate work and how this should go that I can confirm that what they told me and verify is the veracity of it's true. The things they told me they wouldn't possibly have known unless they'd been to the embassy and experienced an interview. So I've confirmed it with 2 different people, and both were very informative. Those videos are also on the channel. You can check those out. They're also under the playlist on my channel for the Trump U.S. refugee offer for Afrikaners. Those videos are on there. And so you can go listen to those and find out what the expectations are, how the interview went. So check that out. One More Farmer came out. What's this? The one for farmers came out much later than the one for refugees. Yeah, well, it's not one, Lawrence. Do not confuse it. That's a tweet. That's not policy. That's just Trump saying something in social media, and he didn't even write it. That's whatever stooge he's got writing his Truth Social is doing that. Trump doesn't do his Truth Social. I mean, you see how many tweets come out every day? The guy's a little bit busy. My brother in Pretoria are Bulls fans. I'm in Cape Town. Luckily, we don't have to watch rugby together. Oi! There, I missed the bus. I'm a Shark. Sorry, Elmarie. Bull supporters and Shark supporters would love Wyoming. Nope, they would not. Nope, Wyoming is not for you. Wyoming is not for you. These are not the droids you're looking for. Wyoming is not for you. You don't want to go to Wyoming. New Jersey, that's where you want to go. Connecticut, yeah. Blue states. Okay. So Blue IQ, have my mods posted the email yet? If they haven't, I'll have to do it in a moment. What if our team is, what is this? School of the Blind. Blind folks playing rugby? I didn't know that. That's interesting. Lindy, welcome to you. 440 likes, 430 people in the stream, okay? Alts just gave the answer, but I have the email here for people. I'll put up since it looks like my moderators are asleep at this hour. I'm up, but they're asleep. They do it for free, so we've got to give them a break there. Where is the email at? There it is. No, that's not it. Here you go. Let's see if this will fit in the chat. I don't know if it's too many characters. There's too many characters. No, it fits. There you go. There you go. All right, paste. There you go, folks. That's the email. Copy that email, okay? And you can write. So again, you're not applying. There's no application right now. There's no program right now, but you're expressing your interest, and the embassy's actually encouraged it, so go for it. Okay, Lindy Donhauser. Okay, welcome to you. Okay. Sent you a SpaceX job for interest. Okay, thank you. Have you heard rapper NT? No, I know a lot of rappers, but I don't know rapper NT. Sister didn't know my mouth dropped when she told me yesterday. Yeah. There's no website. It's the embassy website, za.usembassy.gov. Okay. See an X post of a black woman who catered for ANC party of 5,000. Now they refuse to pay her. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's the same thing they did to the party planning service that helped in their election in 2019. And eventually the sheriff went to Latuli House and categorized and cataloged all the items that were going to be confiscated and auctioned off until Iran or somebody gave them the money to pay for the $102 million debt, or 102 million rand debt. South Africa's a bit pessimistic. We've been brought up that something's too good to be true. It's normally a scam. In this case, some people struggle to grasp the concept of something by trying to help them. Yeah, well, Willem, that's what America is. I mean, someone wrote in one of my videos earlier, well, you know, being America's enemy is bad news. Being its friend is even worse. What the hell kind of comment is that? Yep. All right, Francois, have a good day at work. You're welcome. Don't be a traitor, Bulls mail. Corey. Has anyone read what Gate was saying about white people? No, I didn't see it. So many debates with people here who are spewing false information. So glad that I have all the info from the colonel to give the facts. Well, Ingrid, you know, and so look, people might say, I mean, I know people running around behind my back saying that I'm misleading people, I'm lying to people. But the problem is that the information I put out, if you simply look at the Immigration and Nationality Act, you'll find it's 100% accurate because that's where it came from. My 14 questions, which I came up with, now that the U.S. Embassy's got off its ass and actually published this list, you'll find that pretty much everything I told you. The only question that is questionable from what I said is their mention of dual citizenship. And they say U.S. law would generally not require you to renounce your country of origin citizenship. Of course not. It wouldn't require you at all. But we don't believe in dual citizenship. The U.S. government fudges on that, but the bottom line is the law doesn't recognize it. Okay? And somebody asked me earlier today in the other broadcast whether Evan Galopter was a good source of information. As far as I know, he's a good source. He's an attorney here in the United States who's trying to learn Afrikaans, and he's done a great effort to try to put some videos out there. So if you come across him, you watch his videos, it's pretty accurate. He's an immigration lawyer, and he can tell you about how difficult asylum is. That's why asylum is not the path. It's not the one you want. If I don't support Stormers, but I do support Dallas Cowboys, well, no, Anton Mulder, if you support the Cowboys, you're not welcome. Sorry. If you support the Yankees, the 49ers, the Cowboys, you're not welcome in America. You're not going to Wyoming. You're welcome, Blue to IQ. No state has a refugee program. The federal government has a refugee resettlement program. The Department of Homeland Security is responsible for that. Can I start a chicken farm? Oh, please do. We need eggs. They're so expensive right now. Your tip for our morning smiles. Well, thank you, Corey. Thank you for that. Marcel Koch, why do you know, what's this? Do you know why the Bulls play crap? Because their blue nuts are in the back. Oh, gosh, that's messed up. That's messed up. Gerard Bernardus says, can I start a vegetable garden? Yeah, you can put some chickens out, man. We were just talking about tonight, some of my bartenders over at the Veterans Organization. I saw them tonight, and the one lady said, yeah, no, we got half a dozen chickens. We got some young ones about ready to lay eggs too, the hens. I said, yeah, everybody's raising chickens now. Freaking $20 for a dozen eggs. It's actually not 20. You can go get brown small eggs for like $3.79 or a dozen. That's still expensive. Those used to be like $1.29. Can I start a vegetable garden? Okay. Arno, okay. If the fishing in Wyoming is good, I'm going there. AJ Quinn, did you see the video of the salmon in the river that I showed? Oh my goodness. Where was that at? I got to go find that, man. I got to go find that. Let's see. Is it on this drive? Try to figure out where I got that at. So that's 2021. Oh, I know where it's at. It's not there. It's on my C drive. What's that? Someone just subscribed? Oh, a super chat from Jean Kotze. 35 Rand. Thank you for that, John. Very appreciate that. No, it's going to be under the C drive. Under... Is it under pictures? Let me see. Videos. Pictures. Samsung S21. That's where it's going to be. So that was... But that was 2020, not 2021. Crap. Where's that going to be? Huh. Oh, it's not that. It's going to be... It's the S6, I think it is. Maybe it's over here. This is the problem. I've got to get these pictures of one massive drive of like 20 terabytes, and then I'll be okay. Where's the S6? Samsung. I don't see it here. Oh, come on. It's here somewhere. Huh. Well, I don't know where it's at right now, so I'm not going to be able to find it for you guys. That sucks. Or did I put it here? I got 2021 here, but I don't see 2020. There's the OG. Okay. S6. Where is the S6 at, man? That's the one I had before that. Huh. It's here somewhere. I'm trying to find it real quick, but I showed that video recently on the stream. Stop the mandates rally. Let me see if I can find Wyoming. That's probably what you do. Anyway, they were thinking of South Dakota. That's where they want to go. South Dakota's interesting, yeah. Yeah, they're very unhappy in Wyoming, Primal Bear. Good point. Green Valley. Yeah, that's not what I want, though. So that's, let me see. I think it's over here. Let me try this. What can you see if it's here? Okay, Wyoming images. Here we go. This might be where it's at. Wyoming team images. Here you go. Oh, that's the video. This is 30 seconds. Look at all these salmon. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on the water or on the picture, but here, look at that clear water. This is in the Green Valley in Wyoming, Green River. So check out all the red spots in the water. Look at those hundreds of salmon out there.
There's a really big one over there. There's a really big one. He's coming towards the middle right now.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
So you're curious about the fishing being good? Take a look at that. Look at all this salmon. There's a lot of salmon there, man. A lot of salmon. A lot of salmon. Yep. We were able to catch them by hand. There were so many. So many salmon. Yep. Look at this. Tossing in pepperoni for mac and... So this is from 2020, September 10th, 2020 in Wyoming. Look at this, tossing in pepperoni for mac and cheese. You saw it here. This isn't the lifestyles of the rich and famous, my friends. This isn't Robin Leach. Ugh, look at this onions, gross. Oh no, they're putting onions and peppers in it. Check it out. That ruined it for me. I didn't eat any of that. Nope, not eating that crap. Not when they put onions in it. That ruined it. Oh my goodness. Kind of windy there. It's kind of windy. I turned the sound off so it doesn't blow your ears out. It was very windy in that valley. These guys went in that water. It was freezing. It was freezing. We already had snow up there. When we were there in September, early September, we had snow. Okay, let me get the volume back on. So that was really loud. I didn't want to blow your speakers out there. So find another one here. Check this out. This is pretty cool. These guys are cooking, preparing some food there. And look at the mountain there. What's that?
Just staying here for more.
The guy had organized the trips on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
he was working for the Wyoming Catholic College at the time.
Adventures, out hikes.
He's doing something else now.
Yeah, today was really nice. I think so. They really worked.
Why can't I hear them?
And so what I did every single day, anytime we went anywhere, I made sure I had food with me. Even if I could get a picture of me in front of everything.
Anyway, that's Wyoming. So you don't want to go there. It's not for you. It's not for you. Not for you, South Africans. What is the X account? I'm in the office now. I want to join there. What X account? My X account? My X account? My X account is at... that's my X account if you want to join it. Which state are all the rednecks in? The rednecks are everywhere, man. Please listen to this song. Do not come. This is my song for Coming America. Okay, Miguel. Come to my blue state. It says light rain. Washington State is gorgeous. I lived out there. The falsities include things like Trump has implemented sanctions and denied funding only to South Africa. That's, yeah, it's a lie. Total lie, Ingrid. Total lie. South Africa made it all about them. It wasn't about South Africa. And so they're just liars. They're just liars. It was never about South Africa. Thank you, Corey, for the super chat. And thank you, Jan Kotze, for yours. It's going to be devastating the economy, so they haven't put their thoughts towards it. Yep, no, it haven't, Yaku. No, they're thinking of South Dakota. Okay, you ready to go there? Okay, Lucas Feldman, I'm sorry I missed your membership. Thank you for joining. Okay. Wyoming it is. No. The farms may just have farm stands and eggs, such $2.50 a dozen honor system. They just leave a cash box. Yeah. No, Light Rain, we have a similar system. Pennsylvania, at many places, you put out there honey, or you put out jam, or you put out eggs, or whatever the case is, or corn, and you just honor system. Yep. So 2 nice acre plot in Wyoming. Hamayon says not heavy camper. Yeah, Costco and Walmart. Okay. What? Now I'm wide awake, says Sean. Most of Wyoming is windy, especially along the high. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. New Hampshire it is. All right, New Hampshire's nice. You can go on a visit, AJ Quinn. Yeah. Canadians are boycotting Walmart. Well, they're idiots. Idiots boycotting Walmart. Good Lord. Stupid people do stupid things. All right, let's see what this one is. All right, here we go. This is Dry Creek bed up in the mountains in Wyoming. We hiked up this mountain way up there. A little bit of water from there. It's not quite dry. I don't know why the sound is so low in this thing. This was with a different phone. I didn't have this phone then. This is my previous phone. So look at that. Oh. Well, it's not quiet. I have my mic on. Look at that. You see all the guys up there at the top? They're all hanging out up there. There's a big pool of water up there. You see all the rocks that were washed down over the millennia. Yeah, so where would you go for moderate weather? Well, Southern California. It's temperate. It's like Cape, except it doesn't have the stormy weather that the Cape has. Yeah, it's beautiful weather, but it's a terrible place to live. The Nooksack River just north of me is an amazing salmon river. Hundreds of bald eagles crowd. Yeah, I bet they do. I bet they do. What about bear? Kirstenbosch. Yeah, I went to Kirstenbosch last time I was there. State-owned hunting land in other states. I don't know the rules in all the states, Jarethra. In Ohio, we hunted on private land. I don't know how the rules work there. Tell the boy might see that's going alone that Colonel White has a power club. Southern states for mild weather? No, they're not mild. No, they're brutally hot and humid. Nope. Government wants to deport criminal aliens. Courts block and hospitals still issue woke gender. Yes, politically, Royston, yes, U.S. is a kind of a conflict. Yeah, because of wokesters who are defying the rule of law. But they'll be sorted out legally and hopefully soon. All right. Here we go. More of Wyoming. All these guys are veterans, except the Catholic guy and the photographer. All veterans, combat veterans, Special Forces, Delta Force, Navy SEALs. Yeah, so all these guys were, as this is Special Forces, Navy SEALs, Army Rangers, all that stuff. Looks like my tab crashed again. Thank you, YouTube. Live. Okay. All right. Is it back now? We got 414 people currently here. Get back to live chat. Come on, YouTube. There you go. You can do it. Right. What else we got here from that Wyoming trip? Salmon. Okay, here we go. This is when we first got started. This is the first pat. We went on it. There had been a big windstorm in the Wind River Range. Ironically, Wind River Range. It knocked over thousands of trees. We were on a hiking trail going to one spot. It would have been completely different than what you just saw. What you just saw was a bonus for us. That was so much nicer than where we were going to be. We went up, and this is when we started out. We were about 45 minutes into this hike when we stopped at this open clearing. And you can see there's some snow off to the top of the video on the left-hand side under the trees. But we stopped there. It was nice and warm and got some water, relaxed. And then we continued on. We went about another 45 minutes, and we couldn't go any further. There's just so many trees blocking the trail, and getting around them would have taken hours because they hadn't been cut by the Forest Service yet. So this was early on. So we started at like 10,000 feet and came up the trail. It was absolutely covered in brush. So we're walking a lot further than was planned for. Stop in a meadow here for about 5 minutes. Nice view. Bridger National Forest. So everybody in that image, except for the gentleman kneeling there with his head down, who was the one who organized the trip, and the gentleman with the red shirt, the man directly in front of him, is a photographer. He wasn't a veteran. He's taking a picture there. And those two, all the rest of these guys, except for the guide and the guy, they were all veterans of Special Forces. It was about adjusting to life after the military and dealing with life after being in the military. Thank you for becoming a member, Marius Kruger. Appreciate that. Can drive a ski bus in Wyoming. Good luck with that. We have family in Kansas. We'll be relocated there once the program is ready and online. Andrew Paul, I don't know. When you get your interview for the Refugee Resettlement Program, if you want to do it, you can point out that you have family there, give the address. If they send a letter to you and say that they're willing to sponsor you or, be a sponsor for you, if there's a program there, then it's possible. But you go where the Department of Homeland Security sends you because we have an absorptive capacity, so that only so many people can go. All right? So I don't know the answer, but no, Dylan and I slept earlier, so a little bit, so I'm all right. But I do need to drop off if I'm going to make that Nota Baloyi video. So, kind of windy is okay. Used to go to Cape Town and PE. Still stay hell of a beautiful. Yep. Right. So, Paul, that's the answer there. I think it was Paul that just asked me that question. Andrew Paul, excuse me, Andrew Paul. Yeah, yeah, you should give them all the information necessary. If you have a job offer, you work for an American company or someone who's going to offer you a job on that side, you should tell them that you have a job offer. All right, and go with that. So here you go. Here's a picture of me as we're getting started there. Here we go. There you go. It's a selfie I took. You see my beard was, well, a little bit longer than this. This is before it got really long. It's in 2020. That's after just about 6 months of growing it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Andrew Paul. Thanks for subscribing. I hope you hang around. Please go watch all my videos. I've already explained what you asked for in a video. There's a link at the top of this chat session over here to my Substack, which has a document which lists all the videos, talks about eligibility, background checks, finances, myths, lies about the program. Yep. Yep. All right. Let's get any more of these Wyoming I want to show real quick. Here's one. You know, this was the after we left that first area on that hike. I'll show you what some of those trees look like. Actually, let me do that first. Let me show you so you can see just how serious the windstorm was. Okay, so check this out. This is one of the trees we had to go around. And this is from that windstorm in Wyoming. Look at that. Good God. Now the tree is laying down. You can't see it on the other side of that earth lift up, but that's what it was like throughout the woods. We couldn't get around. It's crazy. Look at these guys. Look at a bunch of old retirees with their looking friggin' ski sticks walking around. I didn't walk with ski sticks. Yep. Yeah, that's what it's like. Imagine walking through that and then climbing over logs that are bigger than my torso. Yep. Someone asked about public land. There's Bureau of Land Management. Yes, national parks, national forest, state forests. Yeah, all have different regulations for hunting. Exactly. No, but Light Rain, what it came from is that I made a video. You probably missed it. Pennsylvania has Pennsylvania state game lands. We have land specifically dedicated to hunting that's managed by the Natural Resources Department here. So just very close to my home, there's hunting land. So during hunting season, as long as you have a license, you can go there and can hunt. Anyone can hunt on it, as long as you have a license. So we have that all over the states. I can point to 4 of them within 10 minutes of my house where you can go hunting. Yep. So their question was about that because they watched my video. You'll need all your energy and exercise control to make the Nota Baloyi. Yeah. Sorry, maybe you have told us, and I must. What's this? Sorry, maybe you have told us, and I must. Why not Wyoming? Oh, because I don't want any of you there, El Marie. It's purely selfish. I'm moving to Wyoming. I don't want any of his neighbors. That's why. That's just entirely what it's all about. I cannot get over those hunting lands. I just want to go there. I live in the bush and also, so I had this the other day. I don't think I sent it to myself yet. Let me see if I can find it. I'll show you. I think I might have downloaded, but I'm not going to hunt for it. It's easier to find on my phone because I know where it's at on my phone. But this was the other day. I was driving right down the road here. I mean, literally 6 minutes from my house, down the road a few days ago, and this is what I came across. Okay, where's it at? It's before the Baltimore trip. Okay, come on. Oh, now my phone's acting up. Where are you at? Come on. There it is right there. Okay, so this is what walked. Now, this is somebody's yard, but this walked across the road right in front of me. Anybody recognize what that is? Do you know what that is? That's a big tom turkey, wild turkey, man. That makes some nice eating right there. We got tons of turkey around here. They're all over the damn place. They love it around here because there's fields where they can eat the corn that's fallen from the maize stalks, and then they hang out in the fields and they live in the edge of the woods. Yeah. Now, big tom turkey. I've come across fields where I saw like 60 turkeys, which is incredible. Yeah, and these turkeys fly. Yeah. Can't do cities anymore. Okay, I think, of course, many folks are scamming as they do not know the difference between refugee. Well, that's because they're frauds, Alexa. That's why I've been trying to give the straight story here. I wish more people find my channel. It's a lot of effort. Some people found it tonight. Okay, refugees know it's an effing goat. Yakuba-san, thank you for the 40 rand. Please explain the law on roadkill. What do you mean the law? Okay, again, guys. Okay, so there is no law on roadkill. There is no law on this. There is no law on that. There are 50 states and 4 territories, each of which establishes their own laws. It must be in accord with the U.S. Constitution and federal law. Federal law has primacy. There are federal laws. Okay, there are federal laws on certain things like drugs and things like that. There are federal law. There's the Constitution, then federal law. States create their own laws, And they have a lot of latitude in laws. So when it comes to burning things in public, when it comes to using property, when it comes to licensing, that's all handled by states, not by the federal government. So every state has different laws. Many of them are very similar. Some are identical in many aspects. But every state, you have to know the law in the state. So for instance, you cannot, there are restrictions on carrying firearms in New Jersey and Maryland. But in Ohio, it's pretty wide open. Pennsylvania is pretty open. So you can go from Ohio to Pennsylvania, carry your firearm, no big deal. If you go from Ohio or Pennsylvania to Maryland, you can be arrested as a felon for having a firearm if it's not in the proper procedure, proper authorization. Same in New Jersey. It's insane. Now, those laws in those states violate the Second Amendment of the Constitution, but they stand because cowards are afraid to challenge them. So there you go. Are you planning another trip to South Africa soon? No, Gazebo, I'm never coming to South Africa again. I've been threatened by too many people who have threatened my life, and I'm not coming anymore. Dutch Reformed churches? No, nobody's ever heard Dutch Reformed Church. No, never heard of one in the States. What do you think of South Dakota? South Dakota's nice, kind of desolate, beautiful. Lots of Native Americans there. I like the western part of South Dakota. Alexa, well, I mean, if you hit a deer, most states by law, you have to call the state troopers. You have to call the police and report it. You can't leave the scene. They have to keep track of that. Yep. Yeah, no, every state has laws, and you have to learn to live within those laws. It's not a big deal. So South Dakota is lovely. Marty Smith says, sorry, I've only joined now, so I missed the beginning. What's the topic? Well, this program is a kind of a chat conversation at night. We do bring some news stories in. I talked about news earlier, about Ramaphosa, about the ambassador designate for South Africa. We talked about Nota Baloyi. We've talked about a number of things. We chat. I answer people's questions. This is not a normal stream. It was born over a month ago out of the fact that so many people had interest in the refugee program. And so I wanted to take advantage of the fact that people were on at different hours and they don't catch all my programs. And so we're trying to stop the fake news and the propaganda related to the refugee resettlement program. I'm not asking anyone to leave South Africa. If none of you leave South Africa, that's fine with me. I'm not encouraging anybody to leave South Africa. I certainly don't want you living on my lawn. I'm just an objective person telling you the truth, and there are almost nobody out there like that. So that's why I'm doing this. All right. All I ask is you become a subscriber and tell people about the program. You can watch from beginning by dragging the red line. Yep, Isaac, that's true. Yeah, I know Washington State doesn't have state game land. 70% of my state's federal forest. Yeah, well, that's why you don't. So 97% of the state of Nevada is owned by the state and federal government. Yep. Land is very expensive there because you can't get much land. Alaska, they pay you staying there, but you staying there for a year, then you get, it's not for, no, that's not true, Morning. You don't get $1,400 a month. No. The oil fund pays out every year. Right now it's paying about $1,400, but it goes up and down based on oil revenue. Yet when the oil is expensive and they produce a lot, you get a huge return. No, you get an annual payout from Alaska if you're a resident. Love living in a rural area with a white Christmas. Well, that's right here. Before going your sleep, you're welcome, Dylan. Good to see you there. He's an OG, been with us from the beginning. Any ideas on how H-2A visa holders that have gone through visa screening and currently say will be treated in the refugee program? Johan Potgieter, I have discussed this many, many times. We don't have any answer on that. My expectation would be that you're here on a temporary visa, that you would apply online. In normal circumstances, you're going to have to fly back to South Africa for your interview. However, given the circumstances, this is an unusual situation in which you're not genuine refugees. You're being granted refugee status and your permanent residency in South Africa. I suspect that the State Department will make allowances for people who are in the program to apply, and if they have to do an interview, do it in the States. That's my suspicion. I can't promise you anything. The odds are you may have to turn to South Africa. So, you take it for what it is. There is no program announced by the State Department. The law is you normally cannot be in America to apply for this program. It's illegal. You must be outside the United States to apply for the program. Normally. This is an unusual circumstance. So who knows? But I suspect you'll have to go back to South Africa and interview. Lindsay Browning, thank you. What is Nevada and Nebraska like? Well, Nevada's desert, mountains. It's a silver state, lots of silver and some gold in the state. A lot of mining. And of course, Nevada has Las Vegas, and it's got legal prostitution in a couple locations. It's a beautiful state, and Vegas is a lot of fun, but it's a state that's got some challenges, like they all do. What about Nebraska? Nebraska is boring. It's very agriculturally oriented, and I find it quite sleep-inducing. I lived in Iowa, which is also boring, right next to it, but it's safe, it's clean, lovely place. Yeah, so loved your nature content this morning. What a beautiful place. Thank you so much, says Pale Dragon. You're welcome. Might have been answered before, but the individual's information the U.S. Embassy gathers individuals seeking refugee status, where does it go? Or where does it come from? Huh? Where does it come from? It comes from the individuals writing to the embassy and expressing their interest. In addition to that, a couple of groups have taken it upon their own selves, after getting permission from people who submit information. The South African Chamber of Commerce USA, based in the United States and run by naturalized Americans and American citizens, didn't ask to be involved in this, but they wound up with 67,042 names, which they submitted to the U.S. Embassy. But the U.S. Embassy can't use that data. They can hold on to it, but that's not the process to apply. So they're aware of these people, and they may, in fact, use the data from email addresses to contact people, possibly, but we don't know. And beyond that, on the 24th, the group, the Amerikaners, also submitted a list of 23,000 names. So the embassy, by their own admission, in the second interview from the person I talked to and I interviewed after their embassy interview for preliminary discussion about this, that person, they were told by the embassy that 30,000 people at that point last week had already applied, or not applied, but written to the embassy. So you take 30,000 written to the embassy, 23,000 Amerikaners, and 67,000 to the South African Chamber of Commerce. That is 120,000 names. Some of them are duplicate, but even if they're, that's where the information comes from. Where else would it come from? Vegas is stunning from the air. Vegas is stunning from the ground, as long as you're not walking around people smoking weed illegally in the streets, which is disgusting. Outdoor lover, Tentia, every state has great outdoor stuff. Yeah, every state. Just where the South African government would withhold information or delay information required. How could the South African government withhold information when you can write to a U.S. Embassy website? Did anyone ever put that email? Oh, I put it up, the email address, yeah. Yeah, Montana does have harsh winters. So does North Dakota. So does Idaho. So does Wyoming. So does Colorado. Yes, Royston, I saw it, and I will do a video on it. I have family in Tampa. Will most likely try to go there if allowed. Could you perhaps share your opinion on it? Tampa's nice. It's in Florida, though. I don't like Florida, but Tampa's nice. My cousin runs a fish import business in Tampa. Been there for decades. Very successful. I've been to Tampa. I went to MacDill Air Force Base on holiday. I went there officially on business as working for the National Security Agency a couple of times. Went to the CENTCOM headquarters there, and I also went to an Indianapolis Colts game against Tampa Bay Buccaneers at their stadium years ago. Yep, America is too cold in winter for my warm blood. No, it's not, Dylan. Florida's warm. Texas is warm. Mississippi's warm. Alabama and Indiana. Alabama, it's hot and humid. Indiana, nice, boring. I've been to both those. Okay, so. All right, what did Corey say? Open a foreign currency account on my Discovery Bank account and slowly transfer. There you go. There you go, Corey. There you go. That's an option. Lots of ways to do it. Just because you mentioned the Dutch Reformed Church, down the street from me is Netherlands Reformed Church, Linden and Weston, typically Dutch farming community. Yeah, there's none around here, though. No, I don't know of any. Here we have everything, but I've never seen a Dutch. Let me see if I'll do a search, and maybe I'm wrong because I'm not looking for them. DUTTCHREFORM Church. Okay, Dutch Reformed Church, Pennsylvania. Let's see what they've got. There's actually some around here. Huh. Well, they're not listed as that. They're Reformed churches, not Dutch Reformed Church. So the Zeltenreich Reformed Church, that's not Dutch. Someone just became a member, sorry. Thank you for your membership. Traven Chatty. Emmanuel. Someone just donated 10 memberships. I can't do all the salutes. Yeah, no. Is there a Dutch Reformed Church? No, not around here. Dingman's Ferry Dutch Reformed Church. Delaware Water Gap. Well, that's not here. No, nowhere around here. Probably have some in New York because it was a Dutch colony, but not here. So start one. That's how the Germans did. It's how the Mennonites did. How the Amish did. They came and built their own churches. Google each state's website for lifestyle. There you go. I don't think Tokoloshi shows up in Proverbs. Arctic, that's where are you getting that from? No. You don't have to close your foreign bank accounts. That's not true, dude. Where are you getting that from? Where are you getting it from? You have to declare foreign assets. You don't have to close foreign bank accounts. Where are you getting that from, Arctic? That's not true. That's simply not true. I've had foreign bank accounts. I had a German savings account. I've had a Swiss bank account. You just have to declare them to the government. That's all. And if you have income there, you have to pay taxes. Your private bank advisor is full of shit. Your private bank advisor is full of shit. It's right there on the form. Let me find IRS. Okay, report of foreign bank and financial accounts, IRS. Per the Bank Secrecy Act, every year you must report certain financial accounts, such as bank accounts, broker accounts, mutual funds. The Treasury Department keeps certain records of those accounts. Okay? What the hell? How many people are signing up? That's ridiculous. It keeps going. Turn that off. It's very distracting. A U.S. person, including a citizen, resident, corporation, partnership, limited liability company, trust, and estate, must file a FBAR, Foreign Bank and Financial Accounts Report. If you have a financial interest in or a signature over authority over at least one financial account located outside the United States, if the aggregate value of these accounts exceeds $10,000 at any time during the calendar year reported. Okay? Generally, an account in a financial institution located outside the United States is a foreign financial account where the account is producing taxable income or has no effect on whether you must report it. So even if it's not interest-bearing, you must report it. There are exceptions. If you have a correspondent or Nostra account, if it's owned by a government entity, if it's owned by an international financial institution, if you maintained on a U.S. military banking facility, yeah, so there you go. No, I don't know where people get that from. This is, I know. You have to report the name, the number, the name of the account number, the name and address of foreign bank, type of account, maximum value. And that includes foreign exchange accounts. So your financial advisor does know what they're talking about. Hey, Arctic, I didn't even know you were here, man. Good morning, Brandon Foree. Any reason you live in Pennsylvania? Yeah, absolutely, Brandon. There's a reason I live here, because that's where I got stuck. I left Ethiopia in 2015. The Army sent me to be the Director of African Studies at the U.S. Army War College, which I did until October of 2019. I had plans to move to Bavaria or to New Zealand, to Wellington in New Zealand, or to Aschau Chiemgau in Bavaria. And COVID scam started a few months after that. So I was making preparations to buy a place in either Germany or New Zealand and get residency there and set up bank accounts in those places. The COVID scam came along. I couldn't move. And here I am, 5 years later, still living here. That's why I live in Pennsylvania. It's like living in the Midwest here. People are mostly rational. It's safe. It's quiet. Leave the keys in the door at night. Lock the front door. Leave your car unlocked. Leave the windows down. People don't steal stuff. Yep. Rudy says, just FYI, I sent my mail to the embassy to explain a bit about particulars. They do reply with a received notification. Let's see how it goes. Okay, Rudy, thanks for sharing. Thanks, Tentra, for the gift of membership. Okay, Jacobus, okay. Google each state's website, okay. Have a good day. Hood Constantia fell within my precinct before retirement, so I'm going to say hi there today. All right, cool. Watch my video on Hood Constantia. Okay. Copy says, read the post. I read the post. Did I miss something in it? I have to compliment American folks about their resilience, building up their communities after hurricane season. Yeah. Good morning. What's that? Okay. Everyone has channeled from a sunny and clear George. Welcome, Johan Dutoy from George. Thank you for repeating this. People need to know their own research. Exactly. It's not the IRS that has an issue with it. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by issue. If the IRS, if you must report a foreign exchange account to the IRS, then obviously you can have one under U.S. law. Oh, okay. I think what you're saying is then the other end. Yeah, okay. Well, I can't speak for that. I'm talking about in America. So if you're a national in another country, maybe that's your point. Maybe I misunderstood the point, Art. My apologies. Badge 100,000 Rand. You explained that a few days ago. Okay. Chris, what is, in your opinion, the best pickup to buy? Steve, F-150 is very popular, but there's a lot of big ones out there. So, good morning, Tanya. Because the surrounding states suck. No, Ohio doesn't suck. Maryland politically sucks, but as a state, it doesn't suck. It's just too crowded now. New York, beautiful state, but it sucks. New Jersey really sucks. Loved Austria. I love Austria too. The lady in Americana's group explained how she transferred amounts under 1 million in all their family accounts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a way to do it. There's ways to do stuff. The claim that white people are being persecuted is a completely false narrative. Well, Cyril Ramaphosa is lying. Does that surprise you, Jan? How long do you think the refugee program will be open for? Skyzer, I've answered that. I don't know. Normally refugee admissions occur as long as the underlying problem is there. Do you envision the African National Congress rescinding 140 racist laws? Do you envision South Africans withdrawing the expropriation without compensation? Do you envision the South African government treating white South Africans fairly? I don't. So the underlying conditions won't be withdrawn. So as long as they keep them there, South Africa will be bled dry as its human capital flees. Nashasha, what do you think about South Dakota? It's nice. Yeah, don't take financial advice from social media. I just read to you what the IRS said. I can show it to you. Yep. You can go look it up for yourself. Right here. Report of foreign bank and financial accounts. I know because I file my taxes every year. There you go. So, there you go. Explains it. So I largely just keep free of foreign bank assets now because it's a pain in the ass. Didn't have to use to report it. Before 9/11, it was only if it was over a certain amount. Now you'd have to do it all the time. Why did you want to move out of America? Well, Miguel, because I'm a citizen of this planet. I'm an American citizen, but I'm a human being, and the world is fascinating. And my plan was not to leave America, but to live part of the year elsewhere. It's much cheaper for me to live in Bavaria and travel to Austria and Switzerland and Italy and the Netherlands and the UK. I mean, discount flights there are dirt cheap, and driving is reasonable. Much easier to do from there. I like New Zealand, and going to Australia is an easy jaunt. Going to Japan's not that hard. It's a lot much easier than coming from the States. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to live in other places. So, yeah, I mean, why do you ask? What's your best pickup line? Why would I tell you that? Put off by the media for their disinformation that is doing rounds. Well, yes, Steve. I think anybody that's honest, legitimate, cogent, lucid human being would be put off by the lies in the media. That's why I appreciate people coming here. Just joined. Who's this Brent Bozel guy? Well, Ruggerman, did you watch my video? I guess you didn't. I analyzed and told you who he was. Told you who he was. Let's see how many people are watching that video. Let's take a look. Okay. 20,000, that has to be from earlier. Refresh the page. 23,000. Okay, it's not going very high, but 23,600 people watched that video. Brent Bozel is a conservative founder of the Media Research Center, which analyzes media for liberal bias. He's been doing it for a long time, since the 1980s. He frequently is a guest on Fox News in the past. I don't know if he still is. I don't watch Fox News anymore. Yeah, he's a conservative, believes in conservative values. Good pick to be the ambassador. With one way in ABS, one way out of Wellington, one earthquake away from disaster. Okay. Thank you for joining, Ruggerman. I thought you were here before, Ruggerman. Aren't you a rugby guy? I like light rain. Chris is tall, distinguished, and a colonel. He doesn't have a pickup line. He has women that are interested in him. No, it's okay, Ruggerman. But I thought you were here before. Are you just joined the stream? You just joined the stream. No, it's okay, man. You don't have to apologize. Nobody has to apologize unless they're disrespectful. You don't apologize for asking a question. It's okay. And if I say I've answered a question before, it's just to let you know that there's content out there. Willem Pinar, note is again, yeah, no, I know. I'll be making a video on it. Yeah. Oh, there's another 5. Tentras, give him 5 memberships. Thank you for that. The money would have been stolen by the ANC. Colonel's very smooth until the Bourmeister start dancing. Then he just stares. You have explained how expensive it is in the USA, and I'm afraid I will not be able to cope. Well, I guess it's just the unknown that let me feel that way. Elmery, okay. What I'm trying to do is be honest with you, okay? But it all depends on what kind of person you are. Are you financially responsible, okay? Where will you be living? The United States Department of Homeland Security is not going to put you in a place that you cannot afford. I guarantee you none of you will be put in an uptown Manhattan townhouse. because you can't pay the rent. You're going to be put in a peri-urban, suburban area somewhere, most likely. Unless for some reason there's a need for people in another place and they can arrange something, or you have an existing tie to some place and they accommodate that desire. Don't worry about it. El Marie, do not stress out. Please, somebody show me the videos and the interviews of refugees who come to America who have suffered, who are struggling. Unemployment is 4%. This is a far too generous country, using my tax dollars to support people all over the world. Back in the day, communities helped each other. We didn't steal our money and give it to other people. We made a choice to help people. We still do that. There's a food bank right here in town. New Horizons. Brilliant. They provide services for employment for people who are in a bind, who can't make a down payment for the security or the deposit to rent a place. They can help with that sometimes. They donate food. People go there every day and get free food who are down on their luck. And it's not one or two people. We're talking about tens of thousands of people are supported by this organization. They're brilliant. They're fantastic. I want to do an interview with them and do a video. In fact, I think I'm going to go there and see if I can't do a video and do a tour and let them show me, so I can show you the sort of services that we do with the generosity of the American spirit. Unbelievably, the fire station in the local town nearby is volunteer. No one gets paid. They respond to fires and put fires out and save people's homes and save lives. The only services we pay for are law enforcement. Americans are incredibly generous. So yeah, I need to do that tomorrow. What filter do you use in the background? There's no filter on Alexa right now. Are you talking about the prepared videos? I use a green screen and I pick an image, and I use a lot of images. I like the blue one because it works best, but I also use the White House. I use Mossel Bay. I use Cape Town sometimes, but there's no filter behind me. That's my background. It's my rugby ball, see? There's my cats. There's my tulips. That's not a green screen. There's no filter. Fargo, North Dakota. I guess if you want to go there, it's kind of cold. Can you post your link to the reporter who would want to post the stories? No, there's no link, Reg. If you want to be interviewed by the New York Times reporter, you must send me an email or send me a WhatsApp. I've already put 4 of my viewers in touch with that journalist. All I can tell you for certain is he is a legitimate journalist. He does work for the New York Times. He is an American. He is based in South Africa, in Johannesburg. So he is trying to do a story. But I will also caution you that his worldview is not conservative. He's not unfair, but if you read his stories, he like he said, the United States, attacking, not attack, something like that, his most recent story. He also called Brent Bozell a right-wing media critic. He's not a right-wing media critic. He is a conservative media critic. And the Daily Maverick actually called him that. That was very, very accurate. So yeah, if you want to participate in that conversation, I've put 4 of my viewers in touch with him already. Hopefully they get back with me and tell me what he said. I would really appreciate if those viewers do it. I don't know if any of them have. Called him last night. It was late last night, so I don't think anybody has, but let me take a look and see if my email's there. I've received 1 email. Shocking, only 1 email this morning. 2, okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, no, that's just confirmation that they got the email, so no update on that. Okay, someone else sent me a mail. So there's no one has told me that what their experience with him, but I don't expect to hear anything about their experience yet. Probably in a day or 2, maybe they'll tell me. But if you want to be in touch with the New York Times reporter, I will put you in touch with him. But my commitment to you is that I confirmed that he was real. He is. I will give you his contact number, and you can contact him. He doesn't get your number. The only time he finds out who you are is when you contact him. But what you owe me is in the message you send to me is your true name, because I tell him who's contacting him, and it's only fair. All right, that protects you, and if you want to be part of it, you're welcome to do it. So there you go. Forget that you cannot or will not make it in the U.S. If you're determined, you'll make it work. Renewing your mind. Yeah, look. I mean, this defeatism. Oh, woe is me. I mean, I've lived in 16 foreign countries. Stop, folks. Stop. You can make it. I've lived in places where I'm a minority over and over again, and I've survived and thrived in these places. You just have to have an attitude that you want to make it. I mean, if you're an Afrikaner, I'm not picking anybody, but if you're an Afrikaner and you're like, oh, I don't know if I'll make it, well, then you're not a real Afrikaner. I'm sorry. You're not an Afrikaner. Your ancestors were Trek Boers. They left the British and moved up into the interior. Before that, they left the British and kept moving east and ran into the Xhosa and fought 6 wars with them. The Xhosa attacked them, they attacked the Xhosa, back and forth. And then they said, the hell with this, with the Brits, and they moved north. And they colonized and they settled and they established republics in the north and defended themselves against the British Empire against the greatest of odds. They are survivors. They are pioneers. If you're like, oh, I don't know if I'll make it, you're not a real Afrikaner. You're not a Boer. You're not a Trek Boer. I'm sorry. If that hurts your feelings, it hurts your feelings, you know. I mean, you come from stock of people who fought against adversity and all great odds to become, forge a culture and an ethnic identity and a language born of Africa with Dutch roots and roots in 6 other languages. So, people who are like, I don't know if I can make it. Look, I want to be sympathetic, but at some point you got to go, come on, guys. I mean, seriously. I mean, how much easier can this get? You don't have to pay to come to America. You don't have to pay for your flight to come to America. You're going to get help all over where you go. You're going to be placed in place. We're spoon feeding. We're sugar feeding people. My goodness. Do you know what other people have to do to actually immigrate to America, to get here, to get a green card, to get permanent residency, to live in this country, the thousands of dollars, the time, the anguish. There's nobody helping them. Nobody explaining to you, well, you need a driver's license. Well, you need insurance. Did you know you have to pay local taxes? Did you know that? You have to pay residency tax. No one tells people this. They have to figure it out on their own. This is an unbelievably generous opportunity, and people are like, oh, I don't know. Well, if you don't know, then I can't help you. You're on your own, man. You're on your own. Yeah, Arctic says, those of us who paid to go to the USA are in for $40,000 per family, and that's if you qualify. Exactly, $40,000. 800,000 Rand. And it's going to cost you nothing. You're going to get money. You know what? It bears going back to this. Let me find it. I've got it as a document here. Let me find it and talk about this. Documents. I think it's in this one here. Let's see. Refugee program acronyms, resettlement. Where is the money? U.S. offers refugee cash assistance. Okay. All right. So, all right. Let me bring it up on this side. Okay. This is a document I put together. Okay. All right. It's not complete, but, you know, and I'm going to show this, and people are going to go, oh, but that's all I get? The fact you get anything, it's coming out of my pocket. So, you know, okay. All right. So, U.S. offers refugee cash assistance to refugees who arrive in the country. Refugees may also be eligible for other services, such as medical assistance, job placement, English language training. Refugee cash assistance. A refugee receives refugee cash assistance for 8 months after arriving in the U.S. Actually, it's authorized for up to 4 years or 5 years, but they never have that kind of money, so they usually do it for 8 months. The amount varies by your family size. For example, a single person gets $230 per month, which is nothing, but it's free, while a family of 4 receives $611 per month. Half of the household's earnings are deducted if one or both adults are working. Are you an individual who has been granted refugee status to enter the United States? Okay. You may be eligible for mainstream federal programs that are not related to the refugee program, such as temporary assistance for needy families, TANF, or supplemental security income from Social Security Administration, health insurance through Medicaid, food assistance through the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, SNAP. You may also be eligible for cash assistance, medical assistance, employment preparation, job placement, English language training, and other services offered through the Office of Refugee Resettlement. This document focuses on benefits. And here's the link. Boom. Well, I won't go there now. Anyway, so, yeah, folks, I mean, honestly, I don't know why people keep spazzing out over this. Either you want to come here or you don't. Either you're persecuted or you're not. Either you want to complain or you want to make a difference in your life. I'm not asking any of you to come here. If you all stay in South Africa, it saves me money. Artie says, come ready to work hard. Leave your privilege at home. There are plenty of refugees from war zones, so shut up and work hard, build your dream, or stay and keep complaining. There you go. There you go. Cyrex says that's the end for him. Tanya says, so grateful for you. You're very welcome. All I want is to be given an opportunity to work. I live without persecution and contribute to positive society. There you go, Ingrid. That's exactly what you can get here. For F's sake, says Hotful Bikers, Mensa. My wife and I want to try and land there and live with our money. No, we're not rich, but we don't have the entitlement mentality. If you want to go, you will do your research, educate yourself, sort yourself, think for yourself, and make it work once there. If you don't really want to go, my humble opinion, you do it in South Africa, says Patches. Yep. All right. Anyway, so look, that's not an attack on anybody. If anybody gets their feelings hurt, I'm just telling you, folks, It's unbelievable. I mean, what I ask is for people to show me the videos of people settled in America as refugees and how miserable they are. I'm sure people miss home. It's not the same, but, they're safe. Determination and the will to make it. There you go. So this is much longer than I intended this stream to go tonight. Steve says, the pity that some people still need to be spoon-fed. Well, I mean, look, okay, to be fair, I get someone over the age of 50 who's reticent or hesitant. They're unsure. But let me just put it this way. People over the age of 50 have often relocated and started new lives all over the world. Often because they have no choice. The Jews who fled from Europe, they had no choice. They relocated elsewhere. People from Cambodia who could get out, the educated who could get out of Cambodia before they were murdered in the killing fields. They had no choice. The Vietnamese as boat people, doctors, dentists, lawyers, soldiers, officers, businessmen who fled in boats, desperately poor, starting life all over again. And programs like this didn't exist. I mean, the Trek Boers loading their stuff up, selling all their goods down in Graaff-Reinet, and in, getting below market prices for their goods that they couldn't carry with them because people took advantage of the fact that so many people were leaving in one train. And they go with Sarl Cilliers and they go north. They go with Pete Retief and they go north into the unknown, not knowing if they'll ever survive. All the American pioneers who loaded up wagons and moved from the eastern United States and the Midwest across the Plain States, settling them, facing hostile Native Americans and hostile weather, and trying to find a place to live, going on the Oregon Trail, going on the Santa Fe Trail, moving to California for the gold rush. I mean, folks, it is what it is. I've been offered an incredibly lucrative job in Madagascar, and I turned it down because I didn't want to give up a year of my life to live in Madagascar. That was my choice. Anna Marie Visser says, I think most South African people who are looking at this program offered are scared, especially with what most people are facing in South Africa. I don't understand what does that have to do with South Africa? What does it have to do with that? I understand people are scared, but what does it have to do with South Africa? We normally live with a mindset when other people say it's impossible, we show them. Yeah, exactly. That's what Afrikaners typically do. All I can tell people is to survive in a foreign place, to become involved with that community. Exactly, Edna. Cyber says, I'm over 50 and I'm ready to go. Yes, I'm on X, Angry Bird Lady, at WMW Chris. Please join me there. It is in the description of every video I do. Standard information below the video. No one ever reads it. And when I don't put information, they're like, well, why don't you put descriptions in your videos? Seriously? I put descriptions in the video and nobody reads it. Hayana Mari Ergi. Is that Hungarian? Thank you so much for taking the time each day to make these brilliant videos. I can't find an email address. How can I send you an email from Emmy? Okay, hang on. By the way, folks, I'm way behind in emails. I'm looking at the most recent ones. So if you sent me something, I'm not ignoring you. It's just I don't have the time to do all this stuff, especially when people send me endless WhatsApp stuff that's unsolicited. Please put me in this group. Please put me in this group. And I keep telling people the WhatsApp groups are full. The WhatsApp groups are full. The WhatsApp groups are full. Please join the Telegram group. Some people are now doing that. But before, like, I don't want Telegram. Well, then I guess you don't want the information. I'm not making more WhatsApp groups. I'll maintain the two I've got, but I'm not. It doesn't work. What do you mean it doesn't work? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah, someone just told me that it doesn't work, and I just opened it up and it does work. Yeah. So here's on a PC, not in the Telegram app, what it looks like. So there's a refugee admissions group. There you go. 51 people from that group currently on 1,528 members. I can't put 1,500 in WhatsApp. I can only put 1,025. So that's why we have that. I don't know why people have trouble with that, but some people have trouble. Just refresh your page. The first time it doesn't work, click on the link again. Okay, it does work. You just have to be approved. I think that's the problem. So let me go to it and see. People are telling me it doesn't work, but let me go. Members, okay. Well, no, that one doesn't have approval. You can just join that automatically, so not a problem. 1,500 people for the Telegram group. All right. The Reddit's just waiting for the program. Okay. Frickin' hell, we survived South Africa. Yeah, exactly, Ingrid. If you survive South Africa, I mean, what are you worried about coming to America? Fritz Jakob, so good day, sir. Hope all is well. When the program kicks off, will they invite us via appointment, or will we have to go stand in line at certain places? First come, first serve. Fritz, I don't know how it's going to work. What I recommend now is if you're interested, send the embassy an email telling them you're interested in the program. They'll keep those emails and probably use as a basis for starting interviews, and then they'll open it up to other people. So if you want to get to the front of the queue, or at least as close to the front of the queue as you can, that'd be my recommendation. We've confirmed that it's a legitimate email address with the embassy. They are receiving them. They have done preliminary interviews with people just to gauge the interest in the program. So go ahead and send an email. Send an email. Give them some of the details of your situation. They probably had to dedicate people just to watch this and read those emails and aggregate that information right now. Their IT folks have probably put something together to strip out your personal information so they know how to contact you. I don't know how to work when they do it. This is different. This is in-country. It's very different. We've never really conducted a program like this. We've done in-country refugee status before for Cuba, for Bosnia and Herzegovina, other places, but to my knowledge, we've never done it like this. This is going to be a unique program. That's why it can't be written in one day. But yeah, Fritz, I would recommend you just go ahead and send them an email now. See, Marissa's looking at a 5-year plan. As a homeschool mom, what would I be contributing? Not much. My fiance is the breadwinner. Okay. Namaste. Deep thoughts, reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't give 2 shakes of a rat's ass what you can contribute as a refugee. This is not immigration. This is a gift for people whose lives are in jeopardy because Americans are unbelievably freaking generous. If you're handicapped, it does not matter. If you're blind, if you're deaf, it does not matter. If you're missing limbs, it does not matter. If you are gay, straight, trans, it does not matter. If you are old or an infant, it does not matter. If you're unemployed, it does not matter. If you are a billionaire businessman, it does not matter. It's refugee status, not immigration. So to answer Angry Bird Lady's comment, great that you're homeschool. You want to homeschool your kids in America? You can do it. We invented the concept. But you have to comply to the standards of whatever state you're in for homeschooling. They usually have associations. You have to register. You have to do certain things. There are usually events where the kids come together, even sports teams, even though you homeschool them. So we don't care that you're homeschool mom. We don't care if you're smoking hot or if you're hideous looking. Doesn't matter. It's refugee. It does not matter. It just doesn't matter. All right? Trent says, cannot imagine not having an 8-foot wall around my house with guard dogs, lasers. I don't have any of that. Hugo says, thank you. From you, then anywhere else, and even future information, we're spot on. Yep. Daniel McQueen says, whoa, we survived. Yep. Bring the whiskey, says. Artie says, bring the whiskey. This question still asks, sorry I'm late today. Okay. Looking to work in America, the opportunity is crazy. Looking at wind turbine technical courses. Okay. Yeah, Yolanda Onces Bura. We find a way. Well, okay, all right. The refugee program doesn't care if they're ugly. I do. I do. Happy thoughts. What varsity would you recommend for our son to study and play rugby? Okay, all right. So all right, let me be clear because South Africans don't speak proper English, okay? Oh, I'm going to get flamed for that one. You don't speak proper English. Varsity is high school. Okay? Varsity is high school. You're saying varsity, you mean university, like Tux or Matkes, right? That's what you mean by varsity, correct? If you mean what school to go, if Courtney McBride were here, he'd tell you to go to Cal Berkeley. They have a huge rugby program in California, but there are other schools. It depends, there's a number, but rugby is not as big as at varsity level or university level as it is in South Africa. We have more varsity programs, more university level programs here, but it's not as well known. But we have a lot of big rugby schools. Penn State has a decent rugby program. The military academies have good rugby programs. There's a lot of good rugby programs. So, but Cal is a big one. That's the most famous, most successful. In fact, the United States won the gold medal in 1920, 1924 Olympics in rugby 15s in Paris, both times. And we made our team comprised of college students. All right. Hardworking, really would love the opportunity to grow South Africa. Okay, my wife is in the same boat, says Kevin. Cool. Rohan, I find myself humming your song every day. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, me. Did I answer your question? Shireen, what's up, Doc? Culinary Pirates are back. You've got the language from the English. You changed it, not us. We fixed it. We repaired the broken English language. I mean, English was a perfectly functional Germanic language. Then my ancestors, the Normans, invaded and corrupted English and bastardized it. And then it came to America and we fixed it. You know, we spell color properly. C-O-L-O-R. What is it? C-O-L-O-U-R. Ça, c'est vraiment français. C'est pas l'anglais. C'est l'influence des Normands qui sont arrivés en 1066. C'est plus de 1000 ans. Les Normands sont arrivés en France, ils sont le combat avec l'anglais, ils ont gagné la victoire et ensuite tous les ducs, les nobles de l'Angleterre étaient les Normands qui parlent le français, donc la langue est changée et développée et c'est vraiment bizarre. C'est pas l'anglais germanique. Je parle l'anglais des Allemands, c'est l'anglais des Français maintenant. Donc, c'est vraiment quelque chose de bizarre, n'est-ce pas? OK. No, I don't speak Espanol. No, I don't speak it intentionally. I speak 6 languages. You speak, well, I mean, Afrikaners speak English in self-defense. No, you change it. No one in the world says robot. Only South Africans say robot. Even the Botswana don't say robot. They say traffic light. You guys came up with that nonsense, not us. Best state for motorsport? I don't know. Indiana, Indianapolis 500. I don't know. Unemployment profession is flight attendant. Oh, are you serious? Hanamari. Is it Hanamari? It looks like a Hungarian name. Yeah, flight attendant. There's tons of flight attendant jobs here. Tons of flight attendant jobs. Yeah, Light Rain says, quoting the homeschool thing, homeschool moms contribute the most valuable resource in the world, smart, capable kids. Exactly. Yeah, you can add the neighbors and teach them. Depending on the state, you got to be careful. Okay, but can you speak vlot Afrikaans? Angry Bird Lady, ek praat nie Afrikaans nie, maar ek verstaan. Okay. I'll steal all the Bormice he's talking like that. Van. Oui. Qu'est-ce qu'il dit? C'est quelque chose de très intéressant pour tous les Bormice. Les très jolies femmes pour moi, parce que je parle français. C'est très joli, le langue comme ça. C'est romantique, n'est-ce pas? Oui, un peu de vin. On boit un peu de vin avec moi. C'est très joli. Pendant la soirée, on fait la danse. Ah oui, c'est très joli, n'est-ce pas? Ouais. Arno says, I speak Afrikaans English, understand some Mandarin, and then IT talk. Okay. Yolanda. Sidewalk is pavement. It's a sidewalk. The pavement is the stuff under it. You didn't change it. Americans wouldn't know where to walk. We'll get there, and we'll see the U.S. win the Rugby World Cup. We'll see. Angry Birdley says, Hokam Rasye Somet my sensitive Christelkani me funny. Okay. All right, Andre Neathling, I don't speak that. Secret to having 16 wives, don't have to speak the same language. Exactly. All right, guys, that's 3 hours. We're done. All right, I gotta go. I'm being interviewed by Biz News in 6 hours, 6.5 hours. I'm interviewing Conscience Caracal a half hour after that. Then I'm doing my news program, and then I'm on with Ronaldo. So I'm gonna have to take a nap tomorrow afternoon or this afternoon. All right, thanks. You should have showed the camper how to make bradbrudkis. Yeah, Steve, I know it's working, man. It's working. All right, you guys have a good night. God bless. I'll catch you later in the day. Tune in for the Conscious Caracal. He's going to talk about the documentary he did about was Trump right. Okay. All right. You guys be safe out there. Thanks for the likes. Hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button. If we can get to 4,000 viewers, it'd be great. All right. These damn tags and these shirts are driving me nuts. Sleep well. Well, not sleep well. Have a good day. I'm going to sleep well, hopefully. Cheers, everybody. God bless. Thanks for being here. Hey, we didn't use any profanity tonight. How cool was that? Black Crescent's Guard, South Africa robot. Long ago, it used to be something little manual hands. Okay, I understand why it's called that. But thank you. What gives the impression Afrikaners don't speak proper English? I work with Americans on a daily basis. Not once do I encounter someone that... Oh, stop, Deval Duplessis. Can you not take some humor? My goodness, dude. It's humor. Oh, my goodness. Wait, Masakina. Seriously, it's a joke, dude. Lighten up. My goodness. Good Lord. Take a break, man. It's light-hearted humor. Goodness gracious. People speak English any fashion they want. The Indians speak English very different than English, very different than the Irish, very different than South Africans, very different than Americans. Relax, man. Namaste. Breathe in, breathe out. Namaste. Yeah, I know it's Xhosa, but I don't speak Xhosa. Cheers, everybody. Take care.